Shout out to everybody here on the live. Oh my goodness. Man, what the heck happened? Doesn't make any sense. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Baby, we're about to have an amazing show for you. We're going to rock it out here. We see Bitcoin might get a bit of a short squeeze here today on a Tuesday. The shorts got pulled and induced. We may be able to rock those shorts right back into our hands here. We're going to see what happens, but it looks like we have the liquidity to the upside. We're going to break it down for you like we do every single day. I was like wondering what's happened there. I see that a light was out there on the left side. There we go. There we go. And we got the sun shining in. Got to take that sun down, balance it off here. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here on the live. First thing, I worked out very hard. I am dehydrated right now. All right, I got the endorphins flowing. Let's put the lemon into the water. Did you work out today? Were you sweating profusely? I hope so. I hope you were sweating all the toxins out. I hope you were pushing yourself to the limit. I did. And I hope you did too. Did you listen to Jim Rohn? I did. I hope you did too. I've already worked out, listened to Jim Rohn. I got a routine. I'm going to talk about how the best way to knock out 2025 for you. And today was the best video, is the 10 things you should do before 2025. And it's about mindset. It's about squaring away everyone should have a morning routine. Every multimillionaire, billionaire, super successful person has a morning routine. They don't hit the snooze button until they have to run out of the house. If you're doing that, if that's you, if I just depicted your life, we got to get you on a morning routine. Almost a whole jar, man. When you work out, you're dehydrated. You need it. Blessings on blessings to everybody. 97,670 here for Bitcoin. Let's break it down for each and every one of you beautiful people here on the live. God bless you all for being here. You make this show absolutely amazing. Without each and every one of you, there is no show. There just isn't. So may God bless your time. May God bless everybody that comes here and dedicates your hard-earned time here. You know, you can't get it back. You'll never get the time back that you dedicate, so I'm going to make sure that you get a lot of value. 81,979. Can we get to 82,000 subscribers? I bet we can do it during the show. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll get to 82,000, on our way to 100,000 subscribers and more. I can't believe it. I knew we would see the day, baby. $100,000 and 100 subscribers, right? We wanted it. Who was going to win? Bitcoin beat me to the punch, but that doesn't mean we can't get there pretty soon. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Jump on into the live stream. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby. If you want to join the trading group, hit the pinned comment right there, cryptolifer.com. If you want to jump on and trade where we trade, go to weeks.com or MEXC. All right, it's the place to be. All right, let's break down Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening right now live in the charts for BTC. Right off the bat, let's get started. Let's get started. So first window I want to look at is my PERP, my USDT PERP. New coins getting listed on MEXC, and that usually gives them some time to pump to the upside. I will look at TEMA. We have been looking at TEMA every single day, so we might as well keep the TEMA train going 100%. I think you're spot on with that, my friend. I think you're spot on. One time I will let you drop in on us there. I appreciate that. Let's take a look at Dex Screener and see what TEMA was doing, because TEMA was looking good. The world's most famous raccoon. I didn't buy any, just so everybody knows. I'm not pumping my bags. I'm more curious to see what happens. Do I kick myself right now and see a huge pump? Or I'm like, okay. We saw it at 4 million. It's now at a $9 million market cap. I told you these Adam and Eves break to the upside 90% of the time. And there you go. It hit the measured move that I called out. I said, look, this is what it's going to do. Look at that. We even drew you a flag. That's crazy. And there's gains right there, TEMA. And we looked at it yesterday. We looked at it the day before. And we bring it to you every single day here. So while Bitcoin's dumping and flopping and groping, there's a gain here in the little meme coin world. TEMA, the world's most famous raccoon. And that was an Adam and Eve double bottom that I played many times over. So I'm showing you how the technical analysis plays out on these memes. You do whatever makes you happy. Yes, we do like lo-fi. Yes, we do like blub. Yes, we do. Yeah, those are all hot memes. Like and Axel. I put out Axel too. 100%. Those are all hot suey memes. You're spot on, my friend. If any Sui memes are going to take off, I believe those are your memes. So one of the first days I did not make a trade today because I could tell the market was nil. It's funny, when you trade for a living and you're always trading, you'll be able to see when the market just doesn't have the sauce. You'll be like, yeah, it doesn't have the sauce today. And today was maybe an inverted head and shoulder going to break out, but I don't know. I can't tell you why, but you can just feel out. And then look what they did already on the 5-minute time frame. Or they did, or what the market did, whatever, dumped it, pumped it, dumped it, pumped it, dumped it, pumped it. I'm all set, man. That's trash. That's complete trash. What it is doing, though, it's making an ascending triangle, clear as day, right? It's making higher lows. It got above the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. I'll give it that. It got above the 1-minute 200 MA. Barely, but it, right there, that's my trade right there. Then it lost it, got above it, lost it. Trying to get back above it again right now. And if you want to know exactly what's about to happen, you can watch your 1-minute time frame inside this symmetrical triangle. Likely to break up or down depending here. The symmetrical triangle, see? And if it breaks down, you're headed down to about, 96.5. If it breaks up, you're headed up to 98,800. I'll tell you what's interesting is if you look at BOOKMAP, and it's not 100%, but it's about 80 to 90. I think it's almost, I'd say I'll give it 88% accuracy. Like 12% of the time it doesn't go, but it's telling us that we're going to rip to the upside to 100,400 and shred the shorts. It says we're going to rip the shorts. Whenever you see this much liquidity above us, these are all short stop losses that are going to get liquidated. They bought into the dump yesterday, and they weren't ready to take profits. They either weren't around, they didn't pay attention, or they're greedy. And they should have taken profits on those dips, but they think there's going to be a bigger dump. They think they've called the top for Bitcoin, or they could be hedging too. They could just be like, okay, in case it dumps, I'll make my gains. If not, I got a short on each end. It could just be hedge bets. But wherever it is, it could get, these are liquidation events here waiting above us. And whenever we see it above us like that, we likely go and liquidate them. So BOOKMAP is leaning that we're going to go to the upside today, but I can't tell you that's 100%. And I've kind of traded that before and I've made money, so I can't tell you that that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have to kind of see and break it down. All right. Brand new tie. Never wore the tie of the show, just so you know. Brand new tie. Never wore this tie on the show. Actually had to do it. A lot of my ties I do take off and I leave them knotted and then I just put them back on and I have a bunch, and I know you're not supposed to do that technically, but I have so many ties. I mean, if I had to tie the knot every single morning, it would be a bit much. So I'm being honest with you. I keep them knotted. But this one was brand new, so I had to tie my tie today. So very rare I tie my tie in the morning, but today was one of them. Just in case you wanted to know. I bet you don't care. All you want to do is make gains, but in case you wanted to know. So we gave you TEMA for gains. If you were here, you found out hottest meme coin in the game. He's piggybacking on Fred, right? So these symmetrical triangles mainly break to the downside. Whenever I see them, they mainly break down. They are, by law, bilateral patterns, but they mainly break down. The measured move will take us to 96,493. Am I going to trade that? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Honestly, lately there's been so much chop. I don't trade chop. I wait for key areas. So what I talked to my trading group about, and we went over it this morning, was I looked at this and I said, if it kind of breaks out of here, I'll trade maybe a retest or some type of flag. And if it breaks down, we'll trade the flag or the bearish retest here and take it down. Aggressive entry is in this area because I'm not sure what they're going to do. They could dump us. They could pump us. You know what I mean? And I'm just like you guys. I have no clue what's going on. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. I do know this is a symmetrical triangle. I do know when we lose the 200 MA, it's bearish. And I do know these mainly break to the downside. And I do know that we're on the end of this trend line. We're basically battling the bottom of this trend line. And if we lose the trend line, we're going to, we could dump even lower, and we're pretty much coming down to it, right? So this dumped like it should. And then look, I didn't see it until now. There was a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It broke the neckline. That is a measured move to the downside of the neckline to the head, and suggests that you could go even lower here on this head and shoulder pattern. We're going to break down the biggest and the smallest time frames for everybody here. There's people tuning in from all around the world. There's fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, families. So many fathers and sons have reached out to me, said, I watch it with my dad. Or me and my dad watch it together. And I'm always amazed by that. You know what I mean? And that has really changed the way I have done the show, because I always remind myself, man, there's a son and his dad watching. And there's people from all around the world. There's respectful people that I meet that are older. There's people in finance, people with their Series 6, Series 7, people that know what they're doing. And they like watching the show, right? So here, I got the perpetual open here just to kind of, and you know, that's a bearish sign for me. I see a bear flag. Once you lose this, I see us dropping to 96.3 and then possibly to 95.160. What doesn't make sense is all that liquidity for BOOKMAP. But look, they kind of just spoofed it. Look at this. It was spoofing. Look at this. Look, I don't see as many shorts as I did before, and they've moved liquidity to the downside. There's someone who moved their liquidity to 95. Pretty interesting, right? So spoofing is when they set stop losses that they never intend to fill, and then they take them right off the table. Pretty weird, right? Because look, that liquidity is gone now. It's not as... Wow. And that's what's... So I always pay attention to that. Pretty strange. So not a stick to the upside as we saw before. Still some liquidity up there. It's not gone, but like we could get to 98.750. That's the closest area that we would liquidate is 98.8. You see, 98.8 is the closest area we would be liquidating. There's no other liquidity closer. We already went over TEMA. Yeah. I went over TEMA already at the beginning. Yeah, we already went over TEMA. It's up 80%. We already went over it. You guys are late to the party. If you go back to the beginning of the stream if you want. Anyway, let's move on. Everything on my watch list is down. It's a red day for my alts, baby. It's a beautiful day for accumulation. Think about it. Ask yourself, is every day an up day in a bull run? No. Is every day a down day in a bear run? No. There's pumps during a bear run. Just like there's dumps during, like one of the hottest coins right now to be, I believe, to be DCAing into is Destra Network. If you didn't have a coin and you're still looking and you're thinking and you're waiting, desync, Destra Network. Why? Well, you need a coin that people know about. It's one of Alex Becker's biggest holdings, and he's a huge YouTuber, and he's very active on Twitter. He's going to talk about it once a week, and you're going to hear about it. So it's got marketing right there, free of charge. Boom. Okay, number one. Number two, I really like the project. It's got a great team of people. Don't be stupid. You got to use the herd to your advantage when it comes to cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? You don't want to fight the feeling. Like if some guy's got a huge following and he loves a coin, that's marketing. That's free marketing right there. So with that being said, oh God. Dang you, Conrad. I just chewed this, man. You told me to chew. It tastes like horseradish. Or no, it tastes like grass. I chewed one. I can't chew the other one. Dang. Oh, God. Conrad, man. I know you're listening. God, dang. Gross. I'm never chewing it again, bro. I can't believe you told me to chew that thing. Oh, my God. It's with a K, though. Oh, God. All right, so anyway, Destra Network. Beautiful. That's a coin I would be definitely paying attention to. Dimension's hot, but not as hot as Destra, but Dimension will get some run when the Atom ecosystem starts to run again. And they're both at a $400 million market cap. All right. Just keeps pumping, but Tron's getting pulled back. And of course, PEAQ, our baby PEAQ. We knew PEAQ before it ripped, and then, PEAQ's on its way. This is a nice little pullback for PEAQ. You have to remember, these coins tend to rip. Ether, too, sitting at 7. That thing... I'm into Ether. I own it. So those are 3 coins I would definitely alt layer 2. Another one that I would be looking in. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity today. Clearpool is another one I would be. Cerebro is another. I mean, I see so much opportunity here. Remember Shiro Neko? Did that thing rip? I want to see. Someone asked us to look at Shiro, and then we're going to get to our Bitcoin analysis. We're going to take a look at everything today. Since we looked at it on the show, did it rip? No, it's kind of sideways. Hasn't done anything really. But I just gave you some coins that I believe are nice and hot to try. Look at this. Virtual Protocol looked like it was going to rip, but no. and Bitcoin getting the dump to the downside here out of the bear flag. You know, and I could see a dump. I told my students, I told everybody, I said, man, this thing's going to dump, man. It looks like it's going to dump. I said, we're bearish until we can get back above 98,000. I said, Bitcoin cannot get back above 98,000. So I would use this Bitcoin dip if we go lower to DCA into coins that matter. You know, this is a possible opportunity. If you don't believe it's an opportunity, then it's not. And you'll miss out. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You do whatever makes you happy. All right, if you want to walk away, you walk away. If you want to sell and never come back, you do whatever you know what I mean? That's your priority. All right, I'm in for the long haul. I'm ready for this bigger bull run. These are just pullbacks. I am not phased. And we're going to make it through to the upside. All right. Yeah, Move was doing damage yesterday. We looked at it at 78. It ripped to 113. And then Baby Doge, just continuing to rip for whatever reason. I bought it like a year ago or something, 9-10 months ago, and never really remembered it. And then remembered, oh, yeah, I got some Baby Doge. Anyway, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. I just wanted to cover the coins that matter, show you what's happening right now to BTC. And that's when you lose the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. That's likely a short position. You know, put this stop loss right there and ride this puppy down. It says we could get to $95,000 BTC, right? And again, did I have to use BOOKMAP? No, I don't go by BOOKMAP. I go by my chart. My chart was, you know, flirting with the 200 MA. Didn't look bullish at all. Okay. Can you check out Tezos? What are your thoughts on it? It'll pull back with Bitcoin. It's a bigger coin. So you're just going to get it to pull back. Either you DCA or you don't. You know, it's up to you really at this point. Yeah, you either believe in the project or you got beat on a swing trade or you're over leveraged in a leverage trade. Everybody, there's only 3 trades you should be making in my humble opinion. Okay? One is a swing trade, all right, that you believe will last, I don't know, 2 to 4 days when you use a stop loss. And as the trade starts to go up in value, you start to raise the stop loss. You know, maybe before you get to your target, you try to get to break even. And on your swing trades, you should be getting hit off either with a small loss, a small loss, break even, or a win. Like, those are the only things that should happen. And the loss shouldn't be that big because you should control the loss before it happens. Okay? So look, the entry right there was 96.9 and already $200 to the downside here. And look, I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You lost the 200 MA, rolling over to the downside, rounded top. It almost has an Adam and Eve vibe here. And I'm all about the 200 MA. When you lose the 200 MA on the 1-minute time frame, sayonara, senorita. That's it. I teach everybody this over and over again. When you lose the 200 MA, when you gain it, when you lose it. And you lost it on a right shoulder. Dumpskis to the downside. And look at that move here. So now, look, you're away from the 21-day moving average. This is going to continue. Looks like we could dump pretty hard. I'm looking at 96.3 for my first target here for BTC. Shout out to everybody jumping on in on the big dump here for Bitcoin. And this is the channel to tell you where this will stop. We're going to find our daily bottom at one point. The divergence. We'll find the inverted head and shoulder. And we'll get the bounce to the upside here. And eventually, we might even end up with a long today on the live stream. You never know. We got to keep our cool and stay level-headed. At this point, that short is cooking. And just like if I was at a pump, I'd be looking for the flag now. You see? A flag back to the 21-day moving average, possibly. Something of this nature is likely what we see a lot, right? If that keeps disappearing, hit always show stats and you'll be all set, right? And so we're upside down here, you see? And so we're looking for this to make a bear flag now. You don't have to get on the initial dump, but it's spoken now, and we could get a continuation down to 95.6 for Bitcoin. There's a massive liquidation here at 95,000. We get into the smaller time frames, and look, we got some liquidity. Look, 96.6. Yeah, 96.5. Looks like we could get dragged down for sure. That's where we got a big red bar down there. So I would love a V-shaped recovery. How do we get out of this? We'd make some type of inverted head and shoulder and break back to the upside. for BTC, all right? As of yet, I would draw the flag and watch for this flag to play out. If this flag plays out, I will likely take a short on the flag. However, I'm very reluctant to short a bull run. And to me, Bitcoin's still at 97,000. I mean, that's a very high price for BTC. It's $3,000 away from 100K. I mean, people get too bearish too fast, in my humble opinion. In my mind, I'm still shot at. I mean, we're still at the highest we've ever been. Like, my investment is at 97,000. I got in at 1,000. Are you kidding me? We really have to focus on today and not get too in our heads. Too many people are going to get really caught up in the emotional state of today, and really it's an opportunity. Every day is an opportunity. 78 on the Fear and Greed Index. That's a beautiful place to be too. We're not pinned at 90. It's a place where some altcoins will definitely give you some room to grow. All right. Virtual protocol thing was out of control. One of the hottest coins of the game. Maybe it dumps down here. Who knows what it does? Creates a nice, beautiful opportunity. Right after but look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder. Previous resistance is support. But virtual, man, this thing, I believe over time is going to continue to become one of the bigger winners in the game. So like a DCA into virtual wouldn't be the worst thing in the game, right? I need some Christmas money. You needed nothing. Nobody needs anything. See, the word need provides the idea that you don't have. And when you use the word need, I don't know who created the word, but it must be derived from a low frequency energy in another language. Because when you use the word need, it says, hey, to the universe, I don't have it. And I'd like to project the fact that I can't get it. And I'd like to project the fact that I still don't get things. And so could you please project and amplify that for me? Whatever you think will happen to the world. I really believe this. And I know you're going to think, man, this guy's pompous with his speak. But no, your language has everything to do with how you talk in your life. Of course I did, but with your life and what happens. So basically, I stay away from the word need. Like, I need nothing today. God gave me my wife, my beautiful children. He gave me a healthy body, a healthy mind, and the ability to believe that I can become wealthy, which will then make me wealthy because my mindset creates my reality. So God gave me everything I need. I possess. I need nothing. I really need nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I need nothing. All I have to do is possess what I truly have. I need to realize what I truly have. See, people say I need something. You don't need anything. You have it all. You just need to you need to realize inside of you is already a fighter. Inside of you is already a winner. Every one of you is the crypto lifer. Every one of you is me right now on this live stream, talking a million miles a minute, teaching, pushing, hitting their limits. You know what I mean? Showing up every single day. You're all that person. And if you're not, you all have that person inside of you. You do. And you can, you will, you are the best. It's inside of you to win. You're going to win. That's it. There's no other. Yeah. We don't use the word need here. We don't use the word try here. Both of those words are useless because they give you incentive for basically to be in lack and to say it's okay not to have something. All right. Dang, virtual, even virtual, the hot coin of the day for me, dumping to the downside, even virtual, saying no way, Jose. No love for you. No love for you. So sad, right? Nobody likes a red day. Of course not. We all want a green up only. But it doesn't work like that. Just like a bear market doesn't dump all the way. We have big pumps on a bear market. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at things in both perspectives. You got to live with the dualities and be and appraise them both. We're so lucky to have these dips. These are good prices. People that are just getting into the market, we're sitting there watching that. I wish I got a dip. How many people wished they got a dip and now they're getting it? And they were watching coins. They were kind of getting too high. All right. Much blessings will win, nothing else. You don't think, so keep it pushing. You ain't. Amen. Turbo and Gigacoin spot raid map listing this week. Exploding. Yeah, Turbo's going to be pretty big, and it looks like Turbo's going to be added to Coinbase. That's what we're hearing around the horn here. Turbo getting added to Coinbase, which will likely, do some damage. I have seen dumps when that happens, but lately for memes, it's been a pump because retail doesn't. They don't want to do DeFi, not like we do. They don't even want to open the wallet and do all that craziness. We looked at Turbo down here. We talked about it breaking out, and it pumped from 7 all the way up to 13. I mean, a beautiful move, almost doubled up right there. And now it's getting tight. And I do see Turbo making a big move here. And that bigger target is 0.22. And right now it's sitting at 0.9. So, I mean, it's not even a penny yet. And I see it there at 2 cents and 0.2 cents. So this is an opportunity right now in the market. right before a big listing, getting tight, turbo. Again, it could get sold off and turn to zero. You never know. It's high risk in cryptocurrency. That's why I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm, when I put two and two together, turbo looks like it may be the one that gets a move here. All right. Let's take a look at coin market cap. Any strong coins on the day? Ondo was ripping this morning. Funny, XDC network. In the last hour, ripping up a little bit, 1%. So people like this on the dip a bit. XDC. All right. Down 8% in the last 24 hours, though. It took a beat down, right? And then stable coins. When stable coins are up here, then you know it's a beat down. Whenever stable coins are up, it's a beat down for BTC. All right. That just is what it is. KuCoin shares. Cardano holding it down. Aerodrone holding it down. Sol holding it down. But definitely a major flush out here. Caspa holding it down. Atom back to 7. SWE back to 376. Ton at 569. Every coin down 13%, 8% on the week, 17%. Matic, render back to 855. Phantom, and you name it, coins just absolutely getting beat down. And too much, too heavy liquidation. It comes from too many people who don't spot buy, and they're in liquidated positions. And to me, it irritates me, to be honest. I use leverage, but very sparingly, and I tell everyone to use it sparingly. And it should just be a tool when the market is really frothy and there's high probability. It's a tool to scalp a little off the top. That's how I look at it, like very humbly. It's not a tool to go full ape. It's not to put the pedal to the metal and take every advantage that you can. In my humble opinion, that's how you get wrecked. And a lot of people, and again, what it does is it takes away from our positional strength. Like if we all were retail and we all held spot, they couldn't liquidate us. You know what I mean? And our positions would hold better. But because everybody trades, and goes gung-ho, so you think this would squiggle a little bit, but it's just dumping, man. Bearish retest. You could bring this down a little bit and say, okay, the bearish retest was somewhere there. Yeah, because it was a bearish retest of the key level. That's what I talked about to my students too. A little bit of bullish divergence here too now. But that short now is in the money. Like you could bring the stop loss to break even, take some profit right there. Since the short entry there at about 96,890, right? And this looks like we're going to dump all the way down here to 95.7 for BTC. That's the level that I see happening here for Bitcoin. All right. I woke up this morning. I gave a short update for my trading group. I said, man, it's short. I said, it doesn't look good. I said a bearish tone. Man. I said, I don't really like to short the bull market, but I see a dump to the downside here today. If we can't get back above this level, you lost the 200 on the 1 minute dump. Attempting to find some type of inverted head and shoulder here that could save the day. Eventually, you're going to get an inverted head and shoulder, and you're going to stop the bleeding. Okay? That's how the day will find it. Every day has a bottom candle. At one point, the candle will bottom. We just got to find it. Isn't that crazy? It will bottom today. And it's usually somewhere between 9 and 11 o'clock every single day. That's why I'm live here battling these charts with you every single day. No days off. Remember, if you push yourself to the limit, you're going to inspire someone else. Say you start a side business at your job. Like you have a job, but you start a side business. And you do it on the weekends and you make some extra money. You don't have to be a hero. You don't have to start a YouTube channel like me and talk to 3,000 people a day. What if one of your coworkers saw you start a side business and they were inspired to do the same? And you changed the way that person lived. The next thing you know, they went after their dreams too. If you just change one thing about yourself positively each day, it's going to rub off on the people around you and it's going to change the world. No one changes the world with a big step. It's one little thing at a time. My YouTube channel didn't affect thousands of people because of one video. I went live every single day for 1,400 and what is it now, like 70 something days? And before you know it, I got testimonials from thousands of people around the world, emails, phone calls, you name it. And people said, man, you've changed my life, right? And now we've made a pretty big impact, but it was every single day. And the second we stop, we'll disappear. It's an every single day struggle to push yourself. You know, nobody wakes up feeling great. Nobody wakes up with discipline. No one's born with discipline. You curate discipline over time. You get into the habit of being disciplined, and that creates the habit. You know, it's like you just keep doing it, and eventually you feel that weight of what you got to do every day. You live up to the high standards you set for yourself. That is discipline. You're never going to feel, you know, you're going to set a goal. It's going to feel great the first few days, a week, a month. There's going to be a day you don't feel amazing. There's going to be a day your body aches. There's going to be a day it ain't perfect. There's going to be a day you lose too many trades and you get depressed and you don't feel like you can make it. And you're ready to throw in the towel in this trading game, you know? And that's the day you got to like get disciplined. Realize you need to walk. Realize you need to make some mental health. Again, trading. If you trade, and you never take a day off, all right? You got, even me, like today, the last couple days, I'm like, all right, I was trading all the time. Take 3 or 4 days for your mind. For me, I'm the trader. Everyone's got to watch me, right? So it's hard for me to stop. You know, when you got the eye on you, you got to be the man all the time, right? And so even if I could discipline myself, despite all the watchful eyes on me, it teaches you to do the same. As traders, we must discipline ourselves. Overtrading is the key to losing, okay? Once you realize that you're just like flinging it, you got to slow down, 100%. And even if I win a lot, I slow down. You know, Bob, I could keep winning, but it's like, it's draining for the mind. The mind needs a break. You're in constant risk all the time. It's doing a lot to you. It's stressful over time. So I teach my students, I teach everyone that follows me about mental health, about working out every single day. Like I worked out today, I could handle this market way better, this nonsense that they're doing. I see some bullish divvy here now, low stochastic. We could get the daily bounce here. And we could be building the inverted head and shoulder. Okay? No emotion needed. This could be our bounce. If the 1 minute cracks the 200 MA, I take the trade. You guys know me. Pretty simple stuff, right? And every day there's a new person watching the strategy, learning with us, gaining the knowledge, right? Understanding what we're doing and staying positive. I got my push-ups in, Skipper. God bless you, man. Anyone take the trading class? Is it worth it? Somebody says. I mean, thousands of people around the world have told me. It's completely up to you, man. I show up every single day. I'm on point. If you don't think what I do is it will help you, I don't know what to tell you at this point. But you could be new to the channel. Jump on in. I believe someone will tell you right here that it's very worth it. Right? Arrow Joan got me wrecked. Why? You went too hard on leverage? Man. Gotta watch Bitcoin. And funny, in my trading group too, it's good to have a mentor in trading. You know, I was going through, we had a bunch of trades open. We were posting longs. Things were looking this and that. And I said to everybody, you know, I said, man, this is sketch. I said I would, I would pull back from the leverage longs. Market looks sketchy right now. You know, I have it right here. Look, I sent this hours later, 500 million liquidated. Market is sketch. Do not overtrade. I would pull back on the leverage and chill. And then boom, $500 million liquidated 6-7 hours later. Nasty, right? I'm more bearish than bullish. To me, the charts are telling me more downside for Bitcoin. Move that stop loss to break even. You're now in the money now on this trade. The entry we put in there was at 96,990. You call it 97,000. All right. And I see the target there down at 95K, and that's where the big liquidation is. If we hit that, that might make a cascade of more dumpage. There's a bunch of people still long. They had the market in indecision, and it could have gone either way, and they had so many people on either side of the market. I could sense it, and I could see that I was losing my edge, right? You could tell. I was like, and my edge tells me exactly what's going to happen to the market, and my edge said the market's sketch. So it's funny. It's like, that's what you see. You learn. You'll be able to trade. You'll hit. You'll see exactly what you want to see. You'll hit, and then eventually you'll be like, wait, I can't. I'm cloudy. Like my vision doesn't, and that's really your vision telling you that the market's cloudy, not your vision. But when you're a beginning trader, you don't know that. You just think you're confused. As you get older, you start realizing that is the market telling you to lay off. That's your strategy saying that the edge has been lost. Like you don't have the edge anymore. They have now put the price action in too many of an indecision of a moment, and your probabilities of reading both ways. And you have to wait for one of the other sides to win so you can read the probability again. Understand? It makes complete sense, right? MA is moving average, 2 smooth moving average, set 1 to 21 and the other to the 200. Amen. Everything is connecting as normal first 2 weeks of December. Yeah, and look, this is kind of like, you can't see this, right? But you see, look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's a neckline. That's about to dump out of the head and shoulder to the downside. We do got a kind of a bullish divvy there. We got a double divergence, you could say. But I see that shoulder, head, right shoulder kind of creeping in. Looks like it's going to dump. 68% of the time, we're going to get that dump. It's hidden, but you can see it. You can see that head and shoulder there. And if it was going to be the inverted, it ruined the head of the inverted head and shoulder pretty nastily. So I woke up this morning, saw some downside. We continued to the downside. Okay. What do you think of OMNI Network? I don't know much about it, but last time I looked at it was all right. But I don't know much about it. I haven't deep dived it. Yeah. Send in a super chat. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, this is one you add cheeky spot orders. Hope to get picked up 100%. Yeah. You throw some orders for Bitcoin, 88,000, 91,000. I'd throw some orders from 75. If I was retail, I'd be praying to get $75,000 Bitcoin one last time. You know what I mean? So look, a nice bullish divvy. Stochastic's pushing up. I'm just not buying the bulls right now. So we got this head and shoulder. And again, how do you do this? Falling wedges usually break up. But when a falling wedges breaks down, it breaks down the base. And it will dump pretty fast to the downside. Now this could be your inverted, see? Right here. Again, if you're new to the channel, I'm attempting to find the daily bottom with you guys and predict where the price is going to continue to go. Like, I see it headed 68% of the time down to 95,000. Well, we don't, no guarantees, right? Talked about a short right here. You could put a break even. Profit taking could be a good idea here because we may bounce right back to the upside. Or, you take half, stop loss to break even. And if it continues to dump, you get paid. If it comes back out, you're still paid. You sell half, move to break. I like to sell half, move to break. If you do whatever makes you happy, I like to. A strategy many traders deploy is to sell half and move the stop loss to break even. When the market's sketchy, you know what I mean. When the market's great, I go all in. There's no selling half. When the market's sketchy, pull back a little bit in a few ways, right? And so now you have so many people on either side. You have people willing to buy, but they brought the price down enough where the inquisitive mind might believe maybe there's a cheaper price. So they could wait for the buy zone, and then there's enough people shorting. Tells me this thing's coming down, right? And so I say we dump here, at least down to 95,681, and then likely down to 95,000 for BTC. And that short will continue to pay you, all right? Based off this shoulder, this head and this right shoulder. It's kind of hard to see here, but it's a slanted head and shoulder. And they're toying with this 1 minute time frame. And there you got the 21 crossing the 200 MA. And I'm about to see it. We're about to get a live dump here. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. I know you want to come on down. You've already told us what you want to do. There's a 70% chance, rounded, that you're going to dump. So just hurry up and do what you're supposed to do so we can move on with the show, please. I got stuff to do, Bitcoin. I don't got time for this. All right, I already made the prediction. I'm right most of the time. Just make me right so we can move on, please. I got people watching. I don't want to be clowned here by price action. Dump down to the downside so we can say we did it and we can move on. They are putting a pretty strong bullish divvy here, but in times of massive dumpage, the bullish divergences sometimes don't give you that much love. And now you want to start putting your supportive resistance areas that matter, right? So like right here for sure, the bulls need to get back above 96,500 to remain bullish. Now that's a resistance for sure. We're looking for this shoulder, head, right shoulder to dump down to the downside here for Bitcoin. Down to $95,000 and hit a massive liquidation level here. We've got a bunch of longs hanging out thinking they're going to be cool. And so they're just sitting ducks here, about to get taken out, in my humble opinion. So far, so good. We called a long here, a short here at 96,890, 97,000. As we dumped down, the stop loss got moved to break even. The stop loss above the 200 MA for protection. And now the short could continue to print here to the downside. And I basically cautioned if selling half here, stop losses at break even. You can't lose the trade now at this point, and you're locked in on profit. But you guys do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. OMNI Network is my cousin's company. Thanks for checking it out. Shout out to Nico. God bless you. We'll take a look at OMNI. I just don't want to leave people hanging here. They're in trades. They're watching this idea. I don't want to leave people hanging here on this Bitcoin move. All right. And look how the 1 minute's playing with it. Just like, again, we have a volatile week ahead of us too. All right. We have a volatile week ahead of us for sure. We have a lot coming at us. Tomorrow is going to be PPI. In 8 days, we have the CME. And they're going to cut that rate. When they cut that rate in 8 days, I mean, that's going to be a very bullish thing for risk on assets like Bitcoin and the stock market. And they're basically, starting to front run the idea that this is happening. That would put us into a big pump. Tesla looks bullish. Every coin I see looks pretty bullish. So I see a pretty big move here for Bitcoin coming once we just get through this dip. And there again, I call this dump from the downside of the head and shoulder. They're in the money now on the dump. For sure, some people said it was a bull div going to rip up. It looks slightly, I didn't buy it. I saw a hidden camouflage head and shoulder. I mean, that's hard to see, shoulder, head. My eyes is trained now to see patterns that most people just would never be able to see. I have to be honest. It's called lifer vision. Jump in. Once you're around me for a long time and a lot of people like me neurotically calling out these crazy trades, I would take profits of the short now. You're paid for the day. What else do you need to do? I mean, that's a beautiful trade for the day. You can walk away. Checklist, you're done for the day. That's your trade. It took what, 20, 30 minutes? Not even, you know what I mean? And if you moved the stop loss to break even and took profits here, you're just kind of sitting on a free trade at this point. All right. And I'm all about, they almost got me. I can't wait for the course. All signed up for December 28th. God bless you, man. Thank you. So the last Saturday of every month, I teach class. It'll be December 28th, as someone has mentioned. Hit the QR code all the way to the right side of the screen, and you're going to hang out with me for 3 hours that day on top of the live, that nightly live stream. I usually do a morning live stream too, quickly. Work my butt off, man. And why? I'm Irish. My grandfather was a bricklayer. My dad was an iron worker. They both work 7 days a week. Why should I now carry on the tradition and continue to work? You know what I mean? 7 days a week, baby. If you run your business 7 days a week, you will outperform the competition. I'll tell you that. Everybody wants a day off. Everyone says, I need a day off. Sammy just keeps pushing. And I tell everybody, you want to be a live streamer? So you live stream a week straight, right? What about the guy that does 3 days a week? You beat him by 4 days already. And then another week straight, and another week straight, and another week straight. Now I've gone 1,470 days. Think about it. To beat my record, you'd have to go 1,070 days straight. I mean, it almost seems impossible to most people at this point, what I've done. It really seems like, because they're like, there's no way. I'm going to miss 1 day in there. There's no way. And you could record it. You could say, I know you may be new here. I've never missed a live stream. And I say this not to freak people out or be all, look at me. I say this to prove a point here that if you want to go somewhere in life, if you want to win, if you want to be successful, you should route out the most insane path and go for it. Look what the best person did in your space and see if you can do even better. Like, wow, the best guy in the space does 5 day a week streams. I'm going to do 7. You know what I mean? The best guy does this. I'm going to do that. And again, it's not even comparing. It's about you. Maybe you just want to do 7 days a week because that's your work ethic, like me. And it's not about anything else. Many people have tried it. People have said they're going to do it. Nobody does it like we do, man. Nobody does it like the lifers here on this channel every single day. And so what trading group would you want to join? We doubled during the bear market. We called the shorts. We found the top of Bitcoin. I called the Luna short. You can tell anyone. I saw a cup and handle on Luna before they dumped that thing to the downside. I said, man, there's a cup and handle on this. The shorts are trying to tell us something. And that thing printed. So, was anyone here for the cup and handle I put out for Luna? I just want to see. Anyway, who cares? Let's keep moving. But I see more downside here for Bitcoin. You know, I see another bear flag forming. Even if it bounces, I see another bear flag here for Bitcoin and a continuation to the downside. You're in the money on the short now. All you had to do is put that stop loss above the 200 MA and get in when we got in. About 69,960. Now the stop's at break even. If you sold half, you've already paid yourself. And it's a free trade to see if we can continue this dump to the downside, which looks very, very likely as we fall out of the falling wedge to the downside. Like, I mean, this is the falling wedge breaking down. Again, how do you find the measured move? Like I showed you, you take the length of the base of the falling wedge in a slanted manner, and that's where you'll dump to the downside. You will dump pretty fast when the falling wedge dumps because many, many times, it's 9 out of 10 times, it's pumping. So when the falling wedge decides to dump, it dumps hard. And again, you see me bullish all the time. Send me bull, send me bull. Now he's bearish, right? I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm an opportunist. I'll just take advantage of whatever the market is giving us at the present moment in time. Okay? Nice move here for the downside for Bitcoin. Looks like a continuation here. And a bearish retest of the bigger time frames. We're going to show you what we're seeing now on the bigger time frames. I just don't want to leave you hanging here on this short. I didn't want to say it's going to dump and then walk away. You know, I want to show you guys that we stick to the game here. Shout out to the 3,333 people. Look, we got the 337 here today. The 3337, man. And let's get the likes up to the watches. We should have 1,000 likes here. I'm giving away free knowledge every single day. What started this short was the loss of the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. I go over this over and over again. How beautiful it is to print using the 200 MA. It takes guts. You have to believe in yourself. You have to demo trade it for 100 trades at least. You got to get to know it. You got to use it. You got to feel it. Trading isn't something you can just pick up just because someone shows you the strategy. Strategy is something that has to be ingrained inside of your mind. You have to ingrain that strategy into your mind. It has to be something that you kind of live into, if that makes any sense. Put a 333 if you're in gains on the short right now. Put a 333 if you're in gains on the short right now. And shout out to the 333, the 333 people here on the live. And wow, we're about to get to 1,000 likes. You people are awesome. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'm so grateful for everybody that shows up. I'm so grateful for everyone that's a part of the stream and people that want to learn. Yeah. Imagine the man, God bless, brother. Big Dumpy. I see a big dump coming here further to the downside, and we called it for you. Look at that slanted shoulder, head right shoulder. It's just, you know, it's like Alice in Wonderland. The neckline is here. You can see this thing's going to dump. Its measured move is to 95.3. And there we go, baby. 95,500. We could see if you woke up this morning and you're in my trading group, you didn't wake up like, oh my God, Sam called long on everything and we were going to the upside and we have no idea what's happening. No. I've been sketchy since last night. I've told everybody to quit the leverage trading and pull off. You can see when that was like before the massive liquidation. I could smell it. I could see a dump coming. Did it mean I panic sold all my bags? No, we got good entries. We got very good entries. And look, Bitcoin's just doing exactly what I think. I believed it's going to dump. It's dumping. It's going right where I believe it's going to go. Price action's not that hard to figure out, everybody. Again, not many people saw this shoulder, head, and shoulder. That's very difficult to see there. Not many people know how falling wedges break down, and not people know how to use the 200 MA the way we do here on the channel, but you will learn. And look, that's a bearish retest. You fell out, you bearishly retested. I told everybody that we would either long the breakout or short the bearish retest at the beginning of the day. And there's the bearish retest. I predicted exactly how to tackle this. I would pay myself now at this point. I would pay myself now. And you do whatever makes you happy, but I mean, we got very close to the target. We all got like 70% of the game. I would pay myself right now and call it a day. I would close that short and either wait for another flag But I would take my money if you do whatever makes you happy. But that's a beautiful trade right there. Done and done. You know what I'm saying? Done and done. Because look, it's ripping back up quickly. I'd take my gains right there, like I said. Waited till quantum computing. Quantum computing can't hack Bitcoin. Yeah, we've already gone over that. It shows how much you don't research. Yeah. No idea what you're talking about. Yep. But God bless you. That's why I never yeah. Why? Look at the weekly RSIs. Look at the USDT. Look at Bitcoin. Kind of all you need for macro. Exactly, right? So let's take a look here at Bitcoin dominance. And baby Doge, man. That thing was crazy. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin dominance. Back with a vengeance, right? Bitcoin dominance pumps when what? When the market dumps, number one. Why? Because people flush out of their altcoins into Bitcoin thinking, well, my altcoin will lose way more than Bitcoin. Look, there's an Adam and Eve double bottom on Bitcoin dominance. It said that was kind of the end of the alt rally right there. It's kind of funny, right? But it said, hey, slow down. And Bitcoin dominance just, kind of gets a halting point there. And look at the bump on Bitcoin dominance. And then it gets back above the daily 200 MA. So then you look at Tether dominance. If Tether dominance is pumping too, that means money's flowing out of altcoins into Bitcoin and into Tether. You see? And there's Tether dominance also bumping to the upside. And we saw this as like a bear flag that wanted to dump, right? But there was a bit of bullish divvy there. Still not amazing. I could still this scene get rejected and dump, but it's attempting to get back above its 4-hour 200 MA, which we know is a bullish sign. I mean, this could be a bigger dump than we realize, right? Boom. And we come back all the way to 5, right? We would hope not, but I mean, above the daily 200 MA. And we could be getting some type of move further back to the upside here for Tether dominance. I've been saying that there could be a bigger pullback for the last, week or two, ever since the weekly didn't look amazing for Bitcoin. So let's talk about the bigger time frame here for Bitcoin. We got the short. The short looks like it may continue here now. It's attempting to do a bullish inverted head. It's trying to do, look, a shoulder, a head and right shoulder. You see it? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's attempting it, but it's another bear flag there for Bitcoin. It says we could head somewhere back down to 94,600. Now you have a resistance for BTC at 96,000. So if Bitcoin can't get back above 96,000, expect more downside. Watch for this flag, right? You want this shoulder, head, right shoulder to pump us up. And again, we don't long anything. And, you could try to nail the bottom longs, but I don't do that. I just scalp the middle pump because if Bitcoin reverses, it'll pump. And if it pumps, it gets above the daily 200 MA. If it gets above the daily 200 MA, it go like this. And I could just take something in here, make $500 to $1,000 a day doing that. Okay? So I don't have to stress. I don't have to push. And especially on a Tuesday, I just need to wait my turn. And no matter how big the dumps are, no matter how many times they dump it, and no matter how much they flush it, it will eventually cross the daily, the 1 minute 200 MA for some type of scalp at one point. And I'll be able to take advantage of that move. I see a continuation to the downside here. This looks very, very bearish. Now you see Tether dominance getting up. This does look like it could be a bigger pullback here for Bitcoin. And I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to be the Grinch who stole Christmas here. I just have to be the accurate guy who shows you what's likely going to happen. And I can't shy away from the accuracy. If it tells me we're going to dump, I got to tell you we're going to dump. I don't like doing this. I love Bitcoin. I'm a long-term holder of Bitcoin. I 100x Bitcoin. Now I'm only 95x it. They took a 5x from me immediately. How dare they? 100x for life. I never wanted to lose it again. This does look like shoulder, head, right shoulder. And now you're attempting another bullish divvy here. What is bullish divergence? Or price action the RSI will have an uptrend. You have a down, you have a low and another low. You have an uptrend. That low and that low will be a downtrend. However, what I found about bullish div is it gives you a pump every time, Every time it gives you a pump. But when it's weak, it can't get above resistance. So what you do is you identify your bullish div, but you also look previous resistance. So right off the bat, right before the bullish div, we said, all right, we need to get back above 96,000 to remain bullish. Then you get a bullish div and it rips. But look, you couldn't get above resistance. So now the bullish div is already kind of starting to fail a little bit. So your next best bet out of this is an inverted head and shoulder. So now you're looking for the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Again, the cup and the handle. The cup and the handle technically is the right side of the head and shoulder. And that's how you would, get out of here. I see more downside because we got rejected there. In my mind, we just made an M pattern. And M's break to the downside 68% of the time with a double top resistance and more downside here for Bitcoin. Remember, you sold, you basically sold half and stop loss at break even. This thing could continue to pay you now at this point. And we're headed back down here to 94,587. First target would be 95 and then 94.6. And then BOOKMAP showing us a big ball of liquidity at 95,000. That's going to be a monster liquidation there. Okay. And then we could get a drop down here to 95,000, even possibly to 94.5. All right. Could the pain stop here? Anything is possible. It looks unlikely. Let's take a look at my top-down analysis for Bitcoin. All right. So one thing I showed is the bearish divergence on the weekly. And we showed it like 2 weeks ago. We've been showing it on the macro analysis every single week now for a while. The RSI, stochastics RSI, a little high. The MACD a bit extended. Bitcoin pumped hard away from the 21-day moving average. I said there's likely two scenarios here for Bitcoin. Very unlikely we're going to continue to pump, I said. I don't see it happening. That 103 top was beautiful. It was great. And, it looks like we could get a pullback here. And this, it looks like we could pull back all the way till somewhere in February. Bitcoin will have to pull back. What would be beautiful is we make an uptrending flag. And so both of these are possible. What I usually see is the downtrending flag. But the way the 21's pushing and the way we could bounce easily today. People could love this price. We bounce off 95. We're back at 97, 98. And we could really just go from 95 to 102, back to 95 to 1. And we could kind of hang out in this area for a couple, maybe 5 to 6 weeks even, while altcoins recover and start to get a bigger move, and then we could pump. That's a possibility. That's like your best case scenario right now. But we would defy, weekly bearish divergence, which is, whenever I've seen weekly bearish divergence, we've dumped. So that tells me that we're at some type of local top, and there needs to be some type of pullback, right? I've never seen weekly divergence that strong not play out. It's like a guarantee. Like that one was right there. We dumped hard. The last time we've seen it this strong was at the end of the last rally. I don't want to scare anyone, but just, facts are facts. We had two peaks this high like that, and the RSI came down, was right here. So the last weekly bearish div was right here, and we dumped pretty hard. So that's why, and we were away for the 21. And every time we're away for the 21, I start to get pretty nervous that we're in an extended area. All right. What you mean going to do an everyday utility? Nothing. This is NFT season round 2 all over again. It's possible. Yeah, reading comments, and you know why 90% of people won't make it in crypto. Yeah. Alt season was one day. Alts are dying. I mean, you guys are really depressed. I mean, you gotta have a long-term DCA. Again, there's 3 trades. Your a swing trade. These are the only positions I believe a trader should be in. A DCA long-term position that they believe they're going to hold for at least a year or 2. They're willing to put in money they can lose, and they're DCAing that money in. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, a swing trade, right? That's going to last, I don't know, anywhere between 3 and a week, 2 weeks at the very most. You know what I mean? Maybe some type of hold that'll last a month or 2. But for me, a swing trade, you have a stop loss, you have a thesis, you believe it's going to go. If the thesis doesn't go right and things don't go well, you cut the trade off, you move on. All right? So you have a long-term DCA, a swing trade, or your day trading leverage. and you're in and out on that day, and you set what you're willing to lose, and you nail it. That's for me. That's it. As long as I stick to those rules and only put in what I'm willing to lose and think about what I'm doing, but when I do it, there's really no emotions needed, because on a day like today, my DCAs are fine. I bought them at good prices. I could add to them if I could, or just hesitate. I didn't overtrade in leverage right now, so I didn't get wrecked and liquidated. I got a bunch of money in my leverage account. I'm doing great. I'm happy for that, right? I can, I have tons of capital to use. I didn't lose my capital. And number two, I generally don't have tons of swing trades open. I did have DGen open as a swing trade. Maybe I'll think to cut it off or hold it. We'll see what happens there. So, and Nosana, which was still doing okay. So this is so this could be, and again, we're in a bull run. This could be a little bump in the road. I do see bearish divvy on the weekly though. That's one thing that I gotta, TA is TA. Everyone tells us where we're at. So the reason why this is interesting is we're either that either was a local top and we're in for what looks to me like what could be, I'm sorry to say, but 4 to 8 weeks of sideways been ridiculousness. Because how do we recover? Do we just all of a sudden start pumping again? I guess it's possible, but it doesn't make any sense to me. I've never seen that. What's most likely is that we're going to go sideways here. That's what's most likely. Or to the downside. That's it. And so you pull a Fibonacci, you have no choice, and you start kind of gearing up for a pullback. That's it. You start raising capital or putting capital aside, and you start getting ready for the idea that we may pull back. All right? There's really no other way to look at it. All right? Yeah. And the paddle until you get 2 more times today. Dump and pump again. Yeah. What about long liquidations? So, again, the area that I did see is 79,000. I mean, that would be a key area, right? We may never lose this. We had, and we had a weekly support up until today, right there at about 97,200, which we went over yesterday, right? 190, 180, 97, 185 or something like that. Not no go. I woke up this morning and it wasn't a regular Tuesday. Like I usually trade Tuesday aggressively in the trading group in the morning. And this morning I couldn't. The market looked horrible. The Bitcoin was and something told me, and I was like, I'm not trading that. That doesn't look good. Like I'm not getting my normal trading action here. So. No, some of your alts won't dump so bad. And what you'll do is you'll dump, then you'll pump, then you'll dump, then you'll pump. It'll be a slow, and again, it may be sideways. We may get a sideways flag here, and it may not be so vicious. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll take it one day at a time. We'll know when the 4-hour loses the 200 MA. That's when we'll know things are getting really ugly. When the 4-hour decides it's going to lose this 200 MA, then we're going to drop likely down to the 6-hour 200 MA. If that loses, we drop to the 8-hour 200 MA, and that's where that 618 Fibonacci level lies, right? And then we could get a bounce there. So, and again, I don't want people to think this is a guarantee and start, panic selling. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you what's going to happen. And I'm not a financial advisor. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. Nobody knows what's going to happen. People come to this channel just because I'm able to warn them pretty fast because I'm able to read the market pretty well. And the charts give us a pretty good indication of what's happening. I mean, it's a nasty bearish divergence on the 8-hour time frame. Okay? We may get lucky here and make a right shoulder and give you one last chance to get out, Okay. I know what's going to happen. Price go up. Yeah, exactly. Just hold on, boss of dips. May and October, you'll be able to take huge profits. Patience. Discipline will prevail. Much love. Amen. We know nothing but our own ignorance. I'm doing 5K this time instead of 20X. Hey, there you go. You've been warning about the bearish div for a while. Thank you for saying that. You're seeing the market being played on purpose for a massive buy-in, and Bitcoin will go to the moon. All the other times what Bitcoin has done is it faked this little thing and then we just ripped. Still a good chance we could rip, everybody, and we're going to go over all the facts here. We're not done just yet, all right? So the weekly. We took in the weekly right now. We looked at the Fibonacci. And we all can agree that it doesn't look amazing. If you know your TA, it doesn't look amazing. It just doesn't. Period. Back to Bitcoin. I mean, what is it doing? It's a bear flag now. It's definitely, that's a bear flag. It's attempting to triple bottom here, though. It's attempting to find some type of bottom, but I mean, I see more dumpage. It's got a bigger dump now. That raised the target or lowered the target to 94,250. I see a double top. You see it? Bigger plays want Bitcoin at cheaper prices, so this manipulation and change of hands. Enjoy the cheap prices and buy the dip. That's what I'm saying. I stay open-minded and use this as a way to get in. You know, you remember you gotta, you know, you gotta believe you're the opportunity, even if things aren't looking perfect. You have to say, you know what, I'm the opportunity. I got this. You know, I'm gonna find my way out. I'm gonna fight my way through. I'm gonna push every single time, and I'm gonna make it happen. No matter what, I'm gonna make it happen. You know, and I may not buy perfectly. I'll DCA again. I'll work an extra job. I'll work a night shift. I'll find the money to DCA to balance off my position. Like, that's how I used to be, man. I said, man, it doesn't matter what they do to me. I'm going to find a way to win. No matter what, I'm going to find a way to win. Every single time. Every single time. And when I sold the top of XRP, man, that was kind of the top of the market. It really was. You know? And when XRP got that crazy, look, we may be making an inverted head and shoulder here now. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. If that can complete, otherwise it's an M pattern. Yeah, there it goes. Sayonara. There was a chance. They could have changed the fate of Bitcoin, right? Render sitting at 830. You know, like, our price is going to go lower. We don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows for sure. Would I panic sell my render? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, what if it goes back down to 6 where I bought $7? That won't be fun, right? Certain positions I maybe I cover because it's a big position, but we'll see. You know, only time will tell here. How's the render network? You ever use the render network though? Wow. Yeah. So then look, could you go further down here to 94,300 possibly? You know? Now you got a really extended divergence. See how long that goes up and how much that goes down? It's like, come on, man. You got to eventually get some type of reversal. Nothing goes down all day long, so. But we called that short there at 96.9. It went all the way down. The target was 95,040. We got to about 95,250, and we may still hit this target the way it's looking. Now it looks like it's bearishly retesting the bottom of this. It tried to, yeah, it just did a bearish retest of this bottom trend line. Like, it fell out, it tried to get back inside. Looks like it's going to continue to dump. Okay. Yeah. People chasing green candles will stay wrecked the whole, yeah. As far as that goes, there may be a 5 or 6 hour window. If that Sam isn't posting, people are in the 99 posting during that time, it will work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so many UK people in the group. I sleep so less, man. I will outwork you, and you live in the UK. Yeah. Trust me, man. Trust me. And my setups aren't like right now. A lot of them are DCA to here. Look for this to come down to this key level. It probably benefits you. I might put a post out, and then during your day, it's actually something that pumps. And I put it out at 1 in the morning. It's almost better for the UK in a way, in some ways, because I put it out a lot of posts at 12, 1 in the morning, and then when we pass out in America, but you have access to the hotness. So I think it's honestly, because of how hard we work and how many people in the group, anyone from around the world can benefit from it. There's no time frame that gets in the way. It only just makes it better. And there's a lot of people from all around the world of all different time frames, so they all make it amazing. Nice little bounce off the bullish divvy there. And that could be our daily bottom finally. finally, let me finish my top-down analysis. All right. And I still may make a trade here. Like, we're not done. You guys think that live trading isn't happening today, but it still might happen. It's Tuesday. I'm just waiting for my perfect time. So we're waiting for the time. The time is never perfect, but I'm waiting for the best time. So, you know, in my opinion, we made a bit of a flag, and you could still say, you know what, this flag is still somewhat intact here on the 3-day chart. And there's no reason to think that this can't continue to go parabolic. And then Bitcoin's still ready to go on a massive parabola. And this is just a little dip before a massive Christmas rally. And so you can't get too into your head. You have to be open-minded. Both things could happen. So if you panic sell and you see you see it all ripped, then you're going to be out. You know what I mean? And that's why you have to have a long-term plan in cryptocurrency. You cannot just gung-ho it. You got to have a long-term plan. Period. Shout out to the 3,779 people here on the live, the biggest live stream really ever. Let's get to 1,000 likes in the history of this channel. 82,000 subscribers, baby. We did it. I know we did it. I don't even need to check. I just know we did it. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you're getting here. I'm a Jim Rohn of sorts, a Tony Robbins inspirational speaker, pushing you to the limit every single time. And all your favorite YouTubers will jump on during the crash. They'll jump on during the pump. I'll be here every single day. Shout out to the 82,105 subscribers on our way to 83,000. 10 million views on the channel. Look at this. Your videos are getting much interest in playtime. 10 million views on a new achievement. 6,500 subscribers in a month. You people are unbelievable. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming on in every single day, baby. Let's go. We were buying Bitcoin at 19,000, buying Bitcoin on the low. This is just a blip in the radar today. Today is a nothing burger, man. Come on. If this day is getting to you, then you need to check yourself in Bitcoin, man. So look, the 3-day chart's still suggesting we could get a massive move. I know there's bearish div, and I know, you know, but we can't, you know, and maybe we've dumped down here. There's a chance, look, we could make an inverted head and shoulder. And it was some pattern like this that breaks out huge and still maintain a parabola of some type. So, you know, I'm giving you the bullish and the bearish scenarios here. Until the 3-day candle closes below this support, we're in good shape. There's strong support at 92,500 for Bitcoin. Right there, 92,650. So until the 3-day candle closes below that, you know, today this 3-day candle will close. It's going to close bearishly engulfing unless we can clean up our act into today, but it doesn't look amazing. And here we are on the daily time frame. Yeah, so the daily has this one last spot of support at 91.6. See that? A little bit of support right there where these two candles met. And, you know, in price discovery, it's all you have to go on is about 94,000. We did wick off that key area. So if you look closely, and I see a bearish retest, I'm just going to make that clear on the daily. The 3-day is big enough. You could kind of say it's still in a pattern, but. And thank you so much for jumping on in. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Shout out to Jerry. Shout out to Division. And shout out to all you beautiful souls here, man. You're awesome. You people are amazing. You make this channel awesome. I show up every single day feeling great, knowing that it's going to be an amazing time. So had this broken out, we would have you know, 115,000. It breaks to the downside. A rising wedge usually breaks down to where it began. All right. So the measured move here is to the double bottom at 91,500. So once you lost this trend line, you have to assume you're going to break down and test 94,000 there. And then if you lose 94, you're coming to 91.5. You lose 91.5. Your last little area there is 86,000. And you can see there's a high volume node and one there. So once you kind of lose this node, you gap down to 91.8. So 91.8 looks kind of somewhat likely. And if you lose that, and then could you gap all the way back to 76,000? It's possible. That's the gap of the VRVP. Your next level is $76,000. You can even pull a Fibonacci from here. What's crazy is when this wick capitulated and it got back up, it kind of had me thinking there's no way we dump again. Then we started to come and I was like, oh, we're just going to go sideways and rip. This was unexpected for me for sure. In the bigger zoom, but I looked at it on the day-to-day, and this morning I could see we're going to dump, right? So as long as you look at price action every 6 hours and you really study the small time frames, you can't just out of nowhere be like, oh, I didn't know it was going to happen. Like, you'll see what's going to happen. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. So, you know, I never tell myself, oh, that's what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I stay in a constant state of who knows. And, you know, I believe I could take advantage of the situation one step at a time, right? 76 to fill the CME gap, but so much pain. Lots of speculation about this bull run ending after around Q1 2025. Thoughts? Who knows? What if it ends right now? I don't know. See, anything is possible. I don't think people realize that. Let's move on into the 4-hour time frame as Bitcoin is struggling, but at 95.8, seems like it's getting a bit of a bounce off that inverted head and shoulder there. And now it's in a bit of a flag. See? First bull flag, any type of bullish flag we could even somewhat make, but sketchy business, really, when you think about it. Now look at it, just completely no. Oh man, this thing is like. And I got a lot of lines. I get it. I'll clear it up on another one. But look, I mean, you could say, look, shoulder, head. That would be the last resort, right shoulder. Otherwise, this thing is just dumping, man. The measured move moves this thing further down to about 94,080. So I hate to have such a big stream on such a massive dump, but I guess that's what happens when people don't know what to do. They want to go to the streamer that can calmly see what's happening in price action. We got an inverted head and shoulder there, man. That's got to be your daily bottom, bro. Like, that's it. I mean, they've attempted it 3 times now. I'm about to long that bottom. I really am. Like, even take this thing for a scalp. The measured move here would be to the upside. But now you have major resistance for Bitcoin at 96,000. If you can't get back above 96,000, expect more downside for BTC, right? I'm bearish until the bulls can get back above 96,000. There's no reason to become a bull right now. You got to remain bearish, all right? You could pay for your 99 trading group membership with the 99. So if you were here, did anyone get massively liquidated today? Are you watching the stream because you were unable to see what was going to happen, and you can see that I could see what was likely going to happen, right? Based on support or resistance and just trusting in yourself. So for whatever reason, they're attempting to put in some support here for Bitcoin. The 1 minute is attempting so hard to put support in at 95,003. Was it 250? Yeah, 95,270. To me, you lost the pattern and you're going to continue to dump yet again. Been buying on moving averages and RSI levels. Happy. Amen. Bro, could someone sponsor me that 99 deal with Sammy? I am poor. Sheen Kuhn. I'll put you in the group, man, to be a nice guy. All right. But please don't abuse it. A lot of times when people do that, I put them in, they end up with, like, because they got it for free, they have a crude mouth, they don't act right. I'm going to put you in for 1 month for free. All right. So you can learn, Sheen Kuhn. I'm doing a nice thing on a liquidation day. Why not? You got to help people on these down days. Email Crypto Lifers. Show us that that's your real email. I can go to your channel, see this. But email us, all right? Sheen Kuhn 009, 8 subscribers. Okay? And, you know, we'll put you in the trading group, man. Make the best of it. 1 month. Learn as much as you can. Get as much information as you can out of it. Take advantage of it, brother, please. That's a blessing right there. Take advantage of it. I know you will. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Dumping further to the downside as suggested to 94,000. The short is just printing. And we talked about entering a short there at 96,000. 990, basically 97K. Once we got here, the stop loss moved to break even. Couldn't lose the trade. And now the trade's continuing. Now the target's been hit. Basically, the target's now been hit of the trade. And that's a done deal now. That trade's done. And the stop loss started above the 200 MA, which is how I get in. And we got in because we lost the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, which suggested more downside. And you can see how we're able to see where price action is likely going to continue to go. Our next stop is 94,000 for Bitcoin. And then they start putting in more. So now you have 93.5. And now look, now they got liquidity all the way at 90,000. And that's where the lows are here. So now they got some lows here for Bitcoin too. All right. A lot of lows. Not the best sign. Massive selling here in the crypto space. Render holding 836. Seemed like I got a little sell off to 778 there. 780 for Render. All right. Interesting enough too. So look at Bitcoin. I mean, in this rising wedge too, like, I mean, that's a strong bullish div. See how it just continued. The RSI keeps making higher lows, but price keeps making lower lows. Eventually that has to stop. Like, it's unsustainable for the dip. Like, got to get a rip at one point back to the upside here. Let's finish this top-down analysis. Taking a while here today. So the 4-hour headed to the 200 MA. If we lose the 4-hour 200 MA, we'll likely drop to the 6-hour 200 MA. This will move up or will move down. They'll meet somewhere here at about 88,005. Okay? And so this is likely the 8-hour too as well. The 12-hour. Yeah, no time frames looking amazing. 12-hour may be able to, you know. But, you know, and then you lost the trend line. That is what it is, you know. This morning was when they ruined the pattern for sure. Guaranteed it's a wrap. So, and then the 1 hour did the bearish retest and dropped to the downside. 1 hour still is more downside. Look at that. So the 1 hour is definitely showing you signs of a move continuing down to 91.9. Like, so I just see us headed definitely to 93 or 94,000 and then possibly to 91,800, 91.8. So I see more downside for Bitcoin. And once we lose 95,000, that's going to be psychological. Another drop will ensue. And yeah, this is coming down to the target here. And starts heading up. That's going to be so many. Yeah, exactly. Nobody saves us below 94K. You're funny. I just subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. All right. Best thing you could do every single day. We're here. 82,152 subscribers. I'm going to watch you guys. You better subscribe right now. I better see this go to 82,300 right now. Right now. This number better start flying up. Why isn't it flying up? There's thousands of people here. Subscribe to the channel. I'm here every single day. Get the number up. Get the number up. This thing should be running up. If I don't see 82,200, I'm out. No, but let's get this number running up. It should be flying up. Boom, 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 boom. Number. Yeah, exactly. Let's get this thing spinning, baby. Let's get this thing spinning. Show who the lifers are, man. Get this thing spinning up like treadmill this puppy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Be a part of something amazing, bigger than yourself. You hit that button, you're making this thing spin, baby. Make it spin, man. Make it spin. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's get to 82,000. Let's get to 82,200. We can do that. We can get to 200 quickly. Come on now. Look at that. 50 beautiful people doing the right thing. And that comes back to you every time you help someone else out. You're helping my life out. You're making me more famous. You're making this happen. Thank you. Each and every one of you have made this happen. You're putting me on the map. So I show up every single day. God bless you all for this. Blessings on blessings. Look at that thing ripping. Thank you. Thank you. May God is great. God gave me such nice people to come to the stream today. Look at that thing just ripping. Keep it ripping, baby. Keep it ripping. 100,000 subscribers. Come on. That's my dream. We can get there so quickly if each and every one of you participate. And I'm going to be doing more nice things. I get to 100,000. I'm going to do something real nice. I am. I think I'm going to give away. I'm going to do something nice, man. I'm going to do something real nice. I'll start asking my wife what I'm going to do, but we're close, man. And thank you so much. That number is continuing to rip. I appreciate you all. Please subscribe to the channel. Come on now, let's go. You can hear my thundering voice through your YouTube channel, the vibrational energy. Let's go, baby. Subscribe to the Crypto Lifer. Let's go. Come on now. You are the opportunity. Every time you send your energy back out, it comes back to you tenfold, my friends. Send that energy back out to the world and watch it just come back into you and enrich you, make you feel amazing, and push you to the limit. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Unsubscribe. Look at this horrible negative person. He is gone for life. I will never let him watch my YouTube channel ever again. Gone. Nasty individual. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And he had a chance to be beautiful and positive, you know, and that's why I should be beautiful. But may God bless him. He is lost in his ways. So I see this flag headed further down to $94,000 here for Bitcoin. Continuation on this dump. These liquidations aren't stopping. Too many people were long. Right? Bang, bang, bang. Super chats, Tide, PEPE, Unchained, XTZ, OMNI. Someone says someone gives away every day. I don't have to give money away. I give away so much knowledge that creates people money. People make thousands of dollars with my knowledge. Giving away the money would make like my knowledge isn't good enough. People that don't have, or their knowledge is someone, and they give away the money. You don't have to give away the money if your knowledge is making people money, man. Why would I have to give away money if my knowledge was that powerful? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just telling the truth, man. But anyone does whatever they want. I don't care what people do. I know what I do. All right. Okay. There was too much greed in the market. Yeah. If you need to give money every day, your content itself is worthless. The only way I can have people come to my stream is I give them $1,000. I got to pay them. I pay you guys in knowledge. That's the key, man. Knowledge is the key. 100%. 100%. But God bless everybody out here, man. Whoever gives to anyone is nice, man. So anyone who gives away is nice, right? It's a nice thing to do. Let's focus on the channel. Let's focus on this bear flag right here for Bitcoin. All right. I see this continuing to the downside. That's what I see happening for BTC. Only I'm out of time. And I didn't give you the long today. I didn't call long. I didn't show up here like, oop, I wasn't flopping and groping. I showed up short. I talked about a short. I made a short video to my trading group this morning talking about how it's short. Like, until we get above this area, we have to remain short. Like, that's it. The markets teach you what to do. All right. Go out for the big mat one day. It'll happen. You're funny. I'm broken. Someone spot me 1.5 mil. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. I tried to learn to fish, but damn got eaten by the whales. You're funny, man. Look, and then we're going to head, they're going to dump us even further down now here. They're going to flood this thing down. 93,900. Get ready. Get ready. And they went through the mass liquidation, and now they're going to go to the 90,000 bar and to 92,000. Ooh, this is going to get pretty ugly here. Altcoins are holding pretty nicely. If you look at them in general, ain't too bad, really. I am wrecked once again. I'm getting depressed. So many coins are just dumping. You got to take a deep breath, everybody. You got to take a deep breath. It's okay. It's just one day. The coins are going up thousands of dollars a day. So if you're down today, you were up probably further up than you were. They are liquidating a lot in one day. I'll give it to you. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But when you see some crazy high prices, things get frothy. For me, it's just a weird. For me, it was strange because you usually don't see this until the end of December. It's usually not mid-December that you get the whale dump like this. But there's always a big pullback, man. There's always a big pullback. It was coming. The coins are still higher than they used to be, doing really well. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I still think buying the dips here on certain coins is possible. But look, I mean, when we go here, I mean, it's going to be all stable coins. XDC, the only thing was holding it down. Let's see if there's anything kind of bouncing back quickly here. BitGet token. Move is hot. Move is holding. Move was 77 yesterday, and it's only 69. Move is brand new. So Move might be the play later on today once the market settles. Eventually, Bitcoin will find a bottom today. You see what I mean? It's only a matter of time. Eventually, it will find a bottom. There goes that bear flag dropping to the downside. We've given you the play-by-play for Bitcoin. We've been spot on this whole time. Yeah, no one's stepping in to buy the dip right now. They're like, dang, it looks like we're going to be able to get a cheaper BTC. I didn't even buy into this bear's div. It just didn't You know what I mean? The bullish dividend, they tried to play me, but I didn't buy it. 94 TP short. How do we get into trading group? How much does it cost? The group is $99 a month. All right, but it is a lot inexpensive if you get a big deal. So look, if you subscribe, you go to cryptolifer.com, which the pinned comment makes it very simple to get into the trading group. The pinned comment's right there. And then you could subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription right here and jump on in. All right, we trade on weeks mainly where they have good spot and MEXC. I also think a Coinbase account is awesome to get in and out, hook up to your bank, stuff like that. So Coinbase, right, to get your bank going, weeks, MEXC. All right, weeks is awesome. It's available in the US. It works well. And then I Trust Capital too is a link here. If you want to do like long-term investing and you want to get into like your retirement account, we do I Trust Capital. And we also have Decrypted.tax, which is our premier tax attorney and CPA. And he'll get your taxes done for you, which, speaking of them, they're coming around the corner. All right. And Decrypted.tax sponsors the channel, and so does I Trust Capital. So the links up there just show you all the different things that you could have access to. And the first link is cryptolifer.com if you want to join the trading group. And then you can subscribe to a monthly, a weekly, or a quarterly. And it's less than $3 a day if you subscribe. To the yearly at $9.99 is less than $3 a day. And I'm telling you right now, I put in more work than $3 a day. Already this morning, I'm putting Bitcoin updates, charts that I'm looking at, things that I'm going over, and saying, hey, I see bearishness coming on the morning for BTC. All right. I see this headed at least down to the target, 93,008. And what is this thing we're watching here? This is the liquidity aggregation. It shows us where the stop losses are. Like a bunch of people long, they got stop losses at 92,000, 91,000, 90,000. And now look, 87,000's on the board. Now 87 comes out. And man, it's yeah. And bull run, the dips are quicker. We get them over a lot faster. And when it's not a bull run, they dump and we dip, we figure it out. People buy their dips. We usually recover pretty quick. You never know, but we'll see what happens here. I have been, looking for a bigger dip for a long time now, the last few days, and we finally got it. Look, I mean, now the 1 hour is coming to where we decided we would go, the first stop, which is 94,000. Once we hit 94, I mean, because of the look of this, you would only assume we would go to the bottom of the rising wedge, which takes us to 91.8. We lose 91.8. You can definitely see there's a bit chop at 89.5. And then the next area that I'm looking at is 87. You lose 87. And there's just a gap all the way down. Maybe you get caught at 81, but there's a gap basically all the way down to 76,000. And we could see a dip that bad. It really could happen. It really, really could. And here you can see that there's liquidity all the way to 90K and all the way to 86,900. So I don't see any massive recovery right now. It definitely tells me that there's more downside coming for Bitcoin. So hold on to your hats and get ready. This is MEXC. I just like to actually do my TA, what I call on board, or right when I'm on the exchange, just because I'm I do my big TA, but then I also do TA here just to kind of make sure that what I'm doing is overlapping, connected, and I'm seeing what I'm doing. All right. 94,530 for Bitcoin, and it does suggest we do go lower, my friends. It does suggest we do go lower. The old me was this where I would work an extra shift. I'd DoorDash. I would go find a way to get extra money. If I had a position underwater, I don't know what you're doing, but if I'd find a way to get extra money to position that position better off. You know what I mean? To get me in a better spot. I worked so hard, man, and I never stopped. And trust me, man, an expert is simply someone that lost more than anyone in a narrow field. I've made every mistake you've made. I felt all the pain you felt times 1,000 for me to get here and to be where I'm at today after all the pain. And I still feel the pain. I still see my account go up and down. I live the pain just like you do on a bigger scale. On hundreds of today I lost hundreds of thousands. My account went down. My overall account or net worth is down hundreds of thousands. I mean, it's insane. For all the different cryptos that I hold, trust me, $250,000 or more at least. But I don't trust that stuff. I know that I'm gonna hustle. I know 5 years from now I'll be a hustler. and I'll be online. I'll be finding a way. I'll be pushing. And, you know, I'm going to continue to trade, and I'm going to find a way to win no matter what. No matter what. So if you believe in your hustle, then this doesn't scare you, because you're going to find a way to win no matter what, right? You're the opportunity, right? If I keep myself healthy, if I work out every day, if I believe in myself, if I keep a close connection to God, and if I'm very thankful for everything in my life and I keep gratitude close, my life should continue in the way it's been going. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of what the market does, I'll cover my costs. I'll take what I have. I kept a lot of cash on the sidelines. I did not put my whole life into the market. I actually live by the rule, don't put in what you're not willing to lose. And I've been taking money out of the market, so I'm positioned in a good place. I'm not stressed, all right? If I had all my money in the market, I would be stressed. I do have a lot of money in the market, but I believe over time they're going to continue to print money, and that Bitcoin will, you know, go to 300, 400,000 in the next 5 to 6, 7 years. So, and I'm willing to hold for 8 years. And so that I don't stress the Bitcoin price right now, because I know I've sat myself down and said I'm willing to hold for 8 years. And once you've told yourself what you're willing to do, you've got to live with it. You can't go back on it and be like, oh, now I got to sell now. No, you said 8 years, Sam. You stay 8 years, and then you don't panic over the ups and downs between those 8 years. You know what I mean? You look at the big time goal, you focus on where you're headed, and you do day in and day out with the discipline. You know, today would have been a lot harder of a stream if I didn't work out. I built the endorphins. I gave myself something to look forward to. I went after what I believe in. Working out is so important. Having a daily routine is so important. All right? Very, very important. If you do not have a daily routine, that's the first thing I suggest that you begin to adjust. Say you wake up late, you hit the snooze button, your mornings are kind of rushed, you never really get up, you don't work out, you don't have like a beautiful workout, meditate, you don't have like, okay, ask yourself one thing you would like to do. Say, you know what, I'd like to do a 15-minute workout. That's it. And so set your alarm clock 15 minutes early. Don't do it all at once. You'll get overwhelmed, you won't do it. But set it up for one thing. I'll just do a 15-minute workout. Tomorrow morning, I'll set my alarm clock 15 minutes early, and I'll do a 15-minute workout. Do that for a week. A week goes by, then you add something else. Say, I'm going to set my alarm clock 25 minutes, and I'm going to also meditate for 10 minutes. Build a morning routine. I have a morning routine. It helps me so much. It's another reason why a lot of people join the trading group, because my morning routine keeps them in you know, that Sam's going to do the update. Sam's going to do this. Sam's going to be up by 7 in the morning. He's going to be rocking. Sam's going to be, and Sam's going to be going until late at night. He's going to be rocking. And if I want to achieve greatness, if I want to be on the clock, I want to be with Sam. I want to be rocking the way Sam's rocking. Boom, 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 right? I don't want to stop. And so I believe the trading group pushes you to be great, man. It pushes you to run at my level, man. It puts you on my treadmill. It puts you on my timeline. It says, man, are you ready to go at the speed of light, or do you want to sit in that mediocre life you've been living? Because it's time to make a change. All right? There's money to be made in the shorts today. I showed you how to short this market. That was a beautiful short. We could be right back up here at 97,000 in an hour. All the coins could be right back up. This could be a nothing dip. We could all laugh and say whatever's. And we could be right to 100K in 2 days. Anything can happen in this market. Look at this big booming. We're booming right back up here. We just bounced 94. We just bounced up $1,000. It was good, kind of a bullish divvy. It was a little bit of a, you know. Look, I'm going to delete everything now because I want to work at this. I want to see what I'm seeing. So look, I mean, if we get out of this, you get yourself a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, right? This should create some type of a complex inverted head and shoulder and break us back to the upside. Okay, and then we would break the 200 MA, and then we could long later on today. And maybe we found finally the daily bottom here. There's a chance that was the daily bottom, 94.5, 94,500's key area. BOOKMAP says no way. BOOKMAP says we're going to go way lower today. Look at that. BOOKMAP, scary business. Not scary, but it is opportunity. We can short the market and make gains. Look at that as money. There's money for us to be made down there if we short it correctly. So now let's build the next possible short. Let's build the next possible long. Every long, we make that inverted head and shoulder. If we're short, another type of, bear flag here, and we continue to the downside. BOOKMAP says we're short. Right now, we've lost key levels. So unless Bitcoin can get back above 96,000, expect more downside. Resistance, 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 resistance. The measured move is steep to 91.8, 91.730, but that's the length of the pole. That's what says what can happen, 91.8. So here we go. We make two right shoulders. You start to see us break out. We cross the 200 MA on the 1 minute. We could have a daily reversal. We could end up back at 99,000 today. This goes sideways. We don't get back above this key level. You see us just hang out. We barely retest or even just hang out. It's likely we're going to dump. You know? And so we'll see what happens here. Do we make the inverted head and shoulder? Or do we go sideways into the bear flag? And the 1 minute will teach you in the next 20 to 30 minutes what's likely going to happen. The charts are going to be there for the education. See? Charts have the education every single time. They're showing you what's happening in the market. Let's take a look at the S&P. I want to look at the regular markets. Are they dumping too? Or are they kind of doing their own thing? So the S&P is kind of, a little bit of a pullback, but not big of a deal. A little pullback, but not a big deal. And they're still on track for the big pump that I see coming here in December for the S&P. So I see a monster move coming for the S&P up to 6,826. A monster move. It really does look like a big move can come out of here. So only a matter of time here, but I do see a move coming out of the S&P. So the S&P still looks good. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ E-mini futures. NASDAQ does have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You see that? That says we might dump, but the thing is, that could dump, and it still has legs to kind of break down off the bottom of this pattern. But I do see a head and shoulder. Look, a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. We are pretty red here for the NASDAQ, but we are oversold. Look like we, see if this flag can continue. I still see on the bigger picture a big pump for the NASDAQ. You see? And this is just kind of a bullish retest of the top of that upper trend line of the rising wedge. Again, if the NASDAQ loses this, it drops here. And then if it loses 20,008, then we're in for some trouble. So, but so far, so good. The NASDAQ and the S&P look interesting. Let's take a look at the DXY, the dollar index. And the dollar index looks like it's attempting to get a bit of a pump. And you see it's oversold. It's in a bit of a bull flag. And it actually had been pumping with Bitcoin recently. But since Bitcoin's last rally, it has been falling back. Now the dollar wants to poke out a little bit, and it's starting to push up. It looks like the dollar is going to have a nice pump for the next week or two. So the dollar looks good, which, usually isn't the best for Bitcoin. So yeah, we're looking, this is going to take some time now, right shoulders, or, looks like it's going to take almost about an hour or two of consolidation. Seems like the dump has stopped for now. Like we've plugged, you know what I mean? Like, like, once you hit the divergence, they've liquidated most of the people. Now they got to kind of draw in some type of pattern. And so now that's why pattern trading works. Because now price action has to find a pattern to make its next move. If it makes it inverted, then they can move out. And it has to make a pattern that gives it the ability to move. Price action can't just go, it doesn't go in a straight line. Like, this is why people who laugh at patterns or don't make any sense to me. Because look, price action is not going to go straight up. It's going to come up, and then what it's going to do, it's going to make a bull flag or something. Or a falling wedge. And then it's going to break to the upside. It's not just going to do whatever it wants. It has to find a geographic shape to make its way out of the pattern. That's it. There's no other way, shape, or form. So, again, great DCAs, man. Focus on the coins that matter. Alt layer, as I talked about earlier. Destra. I don't even own these coins, but I know they're hot. Ether holding 7 cents. Like, coins that don't seem to care, that are holding their BTC pairs, that's what you want to see. Look, Ether at 7 cents. I mean, that thing was at 5 cents for months. I mean, I'm up on this coin, and it doesn't seem to care about the price, right? PEPE still doing damage, holding pretty, not PEPE coin, sorry, but PEPE itself, right? Again, I wouldn't flush it a bit. Destra's at 40 cents, man, is like that coin's got my, that's a hot one right there. Anyway, you'll look back and realize, man, if you like that was, I'm giving you gold, but. And there's a bunch of reasons why, and again, that's not the smallest gem in the world. I don't know if you'll 50x it, but a 10x looks very likely. So let's take a look at the bigger time frames. We've been kind of stuck in the small ones for so long today. Yeah, so you can't fake it and put that in the pattern. You just can't, because it's too awkward. Every once in a while you could do that, but you just can't. It was a bearish retest of the trend line for sure. Now it's attempting to do some, look, kind of like a double bottom here off that wick at 94.4. Pretty weird pattern, if you ask me. I've almost never seen anything like that in my mind. Like, it's just really strange. It still is the Adam and Eve double top too, like, and to me it's just, you know, that's got a measured move once it breaks down somewhere to about, I don't know, 89,488 too. So getting a bit of a bounce right now, back to 96.3. I like it. 96.4, pumping strong off the divergence. We may cross the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. So Stochastics will be high. We'll be away from the 21-day moving average. But hey, this is how pumps begin. We did break back above 96,000. Thank the heavens, right? A strong, strange, really strange divergence there that ended up playing out. And funny, remember, we ended up catching this long, this short up there, but then we even saw this short. Remember that? I saw that head and shoulder right there. Put it perfectly, but shoulder, head, right shoulder. I mean, that's life or vision. So you think, could it break above the 200 and rip? It could, but at this, when you think about it, it's too far for the 21-day moving average. So right now, to me, it's got to make some type of slanted shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. It's got to make some type of shoulders or some type of flags here. Let the 21 come up into price action, right? And the 21 will come like this. Price will come meet it. You cannot lose 96,000. You lose 96,000, it's like you'd have to say we're coming back to 93. I'm at 95.3. I'm sorry, and then you know it's back on the cards. So again, they're going after all the liquidation. You know, there's a bunch of people that just ran short right now, and they're going to liquidate them now, right? Don't be the people that you don't see me running around. Why? Because I have a model. My model tells me exactly what to do and when to do it. And I'm very disciplined about my model. A lot of times the model plays out during the live, but sometimes it doesn't. If it's not there, I can't live trade. If it's not there, I would love to, but I can't. Okay? I'm not going to force trades just to be live, but I am going to show you what's happening as much as I can. Shout out to the 3,782 people here on the live. 1,400 likes. You people are amazing, man. 1,400 likes. That's official. Official. How many people have been watching for a long time? And we're going to get through all your super chats. We're going to get them done right now. Of course, Bitcoin takes precedent today, as you can clearly see. So if we're bullish, we're going to make some type of right shoulders here, some type of flag here, and we're going to hold the $96,000 level. If we're bearish, you're just going to, I don't know what they're going to, it's just like I'm trying to make some sense of the pattern. I mean, you guys could say they're making this. And it's like a rising wedge that will break down back here. It's the best we can say, you know. And every time you gap for the 21, you're going to come back to it. That's a key example of what to look for there for Bitcoin. All right. Let's jump into your super chats. I know there's a lot here. But as you can see, I mean, we're going to look at TAI and PEPE to start it off as Bitcoin dumps back to the 21-day moving average. TAI, all right, on MEXC, TARS protocol. Wow, so one of the stronger coins of the game. We put it out here in this flag, and it pumped. It did damage. Then it dumped, and look at today with a bullish engulfing candle. Doesn't seem to care about Bitcoin at all. So TARS is one of the coins that doesn't seem to give a dang. And the 6 hour wants to rip. So what you would do is you would put it here. You would put it there and you say, okay, it dipped with Bitcoin, but then it got back inside this pattern. And so you'd act like the dip never occurred. And now if Bitcoin goes down strong, it could take it strong. It's still very high risk. But of all the coins out here, this thing could pump today. And I know you're looking at me like crazy talk. Like, what is he? How is he bullish right now? But that's a bullish sign. I mean, you lost the pattern. You got back inside. They basically stopped, hunted everyone here. And now they're probably ready to make a move. This thing is hot right now, and it could get all the way to 6.9. People know AI is going to pump. They don't care. AI is a narrative. soon these things are going to decouple because AI is a technology. Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Like at one point, what, AI won't pump because Bitcoin's dumping? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. We may have a decoupling in the next few weeks here, and we may actually see something different in this market that we've never seen before. Eventually, the crypto markets aren't going to be the same as they've always been. The evolving mind is the person that can take full advantage of the up-and-coming progressive years, man. You can't stay stagnant. I recreated myself. I used to be a video editor. I started a YouTube channel, recreated myself, and here we are, right? Who knows if this will even what I do today will even be viable 10 years from now. Jim Rohn teaches me to constantly stay on my toes, to constantly learn and stay progressive. What is the next thing? What is the, I got other businesses in my mind that I'm building in my head that can help progress and push to the next level. Okay? I thought about a blue pocket square or this, I keep looking at it, I wasn't sure. I had the blue, then I had this, then I had the blue. This kind of came out a little bit. I don't always have this color, but it does match pretty nice. I don't know. I'm OCD like that. I just happen to look at my image. I never see it, but I'm like, what do you guys think? So TARS AI, if any coin could pump today, this thing could. You could wait for it to break out and retest. What is it, 42? But I would watch this, man. If anything could pump, TARS could pump. Look at your 1 hour. It's a little extended. The 1 hour don't look good at all. Coming back inside the pattern. So watch your 1 hour time frame. Watch Bitcoin, obviously. But that 4 hour suggests that there could be some more coming to the upside, and you're back inside the pattern, which is pretty bullish for TARS AI. Let's take a look at PEPE. And PEPE was hot yesterday. Despite Bitcoin pulling back or anything, PEPE didn't care. PEPE was doing damage. Had an inverted head and shoulder. It broke out. Things are looking great for PEPE. I made a good amount. I made about $1,200 trading PEPE. So I'm excited. That was good. And I normally never trade altcoins. So it was, for me, it was a fun experience. I don't trade altcoins on leverage. I always trade altcoins, but not on leverage. Some could say that PEPE is retesting the top of this trend line. And to me it is. And some would also say that it's previous support is resistance here for PEPE. And you could also say, there's this kind of falling wedge that could break to the upside and start to do some damage. All right. And then we got resistance there at about 2810 as well. And a bounce. And a bounce. Oversold, getting the bit of a bounce there for PEPE. And we could head all the way to 309 is the target, right? Now, if PEPE just falls back inside the pattern, and if PEPE ever loses the suit, what's cool about this is if PEPE just loses the trend line, then it's dropping to the 200 MA. And that trade's not going to play out. Very weird. This is very strange price action. The breakout comes all the way back on the nose. Very strange. But there's still a chance PEPE could break out to 0.35. If any coin's strong, PEPE is strong. All right. And did someone ask for PEPE Unchained, or is that PEPE? XDZ was in a beautiful bull pennant. It wanted to break out. Looked awesome. No go. Look, it went to the stop loss and dumped. And that's rare when a bull pennant that good doesn't break out. Like, things were looking amazing. I never really trusted this coin, though, to be honest. And it was at the end of the rally. But at the same time, I'm surprised, man. There's a 68% chance. That's very rare for this pattern to do that. But you could almost call it an ascending triangle, which is a 50-50 pattern. So, but let's take a look now. And that's a trade that did not play out. Definitely got stopped out there for sure. Not every trade that I put out will go to the upside. Sadly, I wish they were. But they, I can't say. Most of them do, though. Nasty pullback. And you lost the trend line. Like, you were building this trend line for a while, too. Kind of crazy. I would pull a Fibonacci from the bottom of that trend. And I'd look for some type of recovery and a bounce here off of the 618. And then I'll usually make some type of rounded bottom and then break its way on out, I don't love this coin, though, and I wouldn't trade it. It's from like 2017. It's from 2 cycles ago. So let's take a look at OMNI. And I believe the guy, his cousin made, interesting. OMNI took a beat down. Everything got beat down, man. 14 all the way back to 9. Very similar to like what Render did. So we had our massive dump back, right? Liquidation event. And they're going to say how many altcoins got liquidated today and how many people got liquidated. That's going to be a big event, right? And so look, we came up and then we're back to the downside here. That's why I do not long unless we break the 200 MA. No reason. And they didn't even respect the right shoulders here. They made a flag and the flag continued to dump. Target's 93.6. And price action is pretty ugly now. It's not even following somewhat market structure. It's just like all over the place, squiggly wiggly at this point too. And please, let's get those subscribers. Let's keep subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see these numbers flying. Let's get these numbers flying, baby. This should be flying. Boom, 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 boom. We have thousands of people here. Let's get these numbers all the way up. Let's get to 83,300. Show me 300. You guys can show me 300 right now. Show me 300 right about now. Look at this. Numbers are flying in. Look at this. We can get to 300 in 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Hit the like. Hey, come on. Hit the subscribe button. Each and every one of you. Show me how we do this. I should see 300 in 1 second. 7 beautiful people. We have 3,550 people here on the live. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 3,000 likes. Let's get up to 82,300. I'm going to show you something in Bitcoin, but you got 6 people got to hit that subscribe button or I'm not leaving this window. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. All right, cool. Oh, cool. And on our way to 83,000 fast and furiously. Let's go, baby. Let's go. On our way. 100,000. I can smell it. 100,000, baby. 100,000 subscribers every single day here. So, man, I'm going to finish these super chats. Let's look at OMNI. And we're going to get back into BTC. OMNI took a beat down, right? I mean, everything did. Back to the 618 golden pocket. You would expect it to bounce from there, specifically after it came down to a previous support as resistance. It's a key area that if I believed in the project, I would be DCAing into, right? I would let for the dust to settle a little bit, but if I really believed in the project, I would DCA. You know, there's a lot of coins that were hot and they were ripping. Like this one was just down here 2 days ago at 80 cents and it ripped, right? Like you could have just gotten at 80 cents in like the middle of November. Less than a month later, it's still up huge with this Bitcoin dip. So to me, this is just giving opportunity for a market that is so hot and so ready for more. Yeah. Like it's just so ready for more. I pull a Fibonacci here and wait. And if you ever get this thing down, if you get Node AI at 127, I mean, that's a steal. Like that's a blessing. Like this coin was just, you know, you couldn't get, it was 80 cents. It probably will never go back to 80 cents, even with this big Bitcoin dip. And this represents a lot of AI coins and different coins in the market. So there's a lot of opportunity that has been missed regardless of this Bitcoin dip. And that lets you know you're in a bull run. See, in a regular market, in a nasty pullback, everything dumps and you're like, everything's back where it was again. But not everything's back where it was again. You have to understand that. The coins that were giving great opportunities, those opportunities have passed. And even with a Bitcoin dip, you do not have that opportunity. That tells you there's serious opportunity in this market. And if you were getting in 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, it's starting to pay off. So everything collapsed with the dippage. Look at it. It all just took a nasty dump. Same thing here, 618 golden pocket, right? Sinverse and back to previous supports as resistance. If it loses that level, you'd be looking for it at the 786 and somewhere down at 003579. Again, this is why the fly-by-night people that leverage trade, they don't last long, man. This is why I'm a long-term accumulating holder, and I look at the coins I like, and I stay through the entire market until I get out at a certain price. All right. Let's take a look at XRP ACT. All right. I've been starting at the charts for 10 hours a day for 5 years. Yeah. Imagine Satoshi Nakamoto secretly joined your group just to watch how awesome you are. God bless you, man. My liquidation on Zeta is 43. Could it flash? Who knows? Jellyfish all-time high. We did go over that yesterday. Jelly, yeah. Let's take a look at Jelly FC, right? Yeah. Jellyfish going, oh, I mean, it has a tiny market cap. Get out of here. Of course it has an all-time high. I mean, it takes a buck to push this thing. It did rip, though. Whatever. But come on, man. That's insanity. Don't do that. Don't do that over there. Let's take a look at XRP. Let's look at XRP here. I'm going to put my favorite track on, Winded. Where are you, Winded? Winded, there we are. XRP, did I not sell the top? Did I not, are you not entertained? Did I not sell the top at 276? Did I not sell the top at 276? You got to tell yourself these dips take time. And look, now we're back down at 197. Man. Everything was so hot. The market was awesome. We were at the height of heights. We were unstoppable. Nothing could stop us. And then, boom, boom, boom. Right. XRP oversold, looking like it could make a beautiful inverted head and shoulder and really get itself back together here and rip back to the upside. I got faith. If it loses this level, though, it will drop back down to the 200 MA on the 4-hour time frame. And we may see that. We may see a $1.50 XRP. Be ready for that. Let's take a look at ACT. And that's the AI prophecy. All right. This one was hot. Pulled back. These narratives aren't so hot no more when Bitcoin. Isn't that funny? Everything can do its thing and have no utility and bounce around. The second Bitcoin comes down, everything wakes up and everyone's like, oh. That's why, like, you know, I'm always about utility. You see me grab memes here and there, and I have a deep meme portfolio, but like, it's only because I have to speculate on whatever else is doing. If everyone else wasn't into memes, I wouldn't touch a meme personally. I only buy it because people speculate, and I'm a speculative investor. I know where the most volume is going to go will make me a lot of money, so I buy things that have volume, meaning a lot of attention to it, right? So look, this lost the channel and fell down. That is a beautiful flag, and now it's not anymore. That's it. And now you got to regain that trend line, right? Personally. And it's kind of bearish. And you're below the 200 MA on the 4-hour time frame. And again, people are going to bail from non-utility fast. If Bitcoin doesn't recover pretty quick and we go into a bigger dip, people are going to sell those memes and those, you know, because the people that are buying those aren't people that have conviction or care. Most of them are retail that think they get fast money, so they're going to sell on you. You know, utility has a lot more people that care. Like in AVAX has some guys that know about AVAX, you know, and are going to hold it. Let's take a look at supers. Super, right? Superverse. I mean, Superverse was ripping. Everything's going to pull back. Everything. And, you know, I like to use my daily 618s. I just find it strange after that big dip, but, you know, and I'd look for this somewhere at 160. All right. Alts take a dip to the retest of all breakpoints. Find the last major breakout support points. People, all alts will retest those breakout points, which is most likely the 21 EMA on the weekly. I don't know about the weekly. No, alts usually they won't go back to the weekly 21 EMA. It could. I mean, I guess you're right, but it's usually unlikely. Usually it's like the 3-day 21, right? Or then the support and resistance. Like this could come back to 146, 150. You're not entirely wrong. But the weekly, a lot of these coins don't even have the weekly yet, right? Turbo's hot, about to get picked up on Coinbase. We went over that. Yeah. We looked at PEPE. Oh, PEPE Unchained, PPU. PEPE Unchained, PPU. PEPU. PEPE Unchained. $135 million market cap. It does have 3 million locked liquidity. I don't know what to tell you. It just came out. Going somewhat sideways. I don't know. Right? It's like, it's so new. Who, you know, you could say, is it have a trend line right there? Top trend line there. Can it break the top trend line? All the pattern is are two trend lines that hit each other when you really think about it, and can one win over the other. And then certain ones have a higher probability based on the trend. And that's why a pattern says what is going to happen. A pattern just tells you which trend has the higher angle, higher degree. That's why a bull pennant has a higher chance of breaking out. You know. Yeah. How much money do you make out of this? Out of what? Microsoft is a bunch of boomers. Yeah. ETH, please. Honestly, when you ask a man how much money they make, it's really none of your business, right? Unless you're sitting down and learning how business works and you're taking a business class, my money is none of your business. You know what I mean? My wallet, if my wallet was big, say I made 200 grand a day, okay? Say I made 200 grand a day. Would you believe me? Say I made 50 grand a day. Say I made 20 grand a day. Would you believe me? What would it matter if you knew what I made a day? All right? What would it matter? Sam, you're a good godsend. Thank you for all you do for the community. God bless you. Amen. Trying to find my future. How would you feel about opening a coffee shop called The Cup and Handle? $10 super chats is nothing for a possible business opportunity. Let me know. I mean, I'd be down. Like, write an email to my wife, cryptolifers@gmail.com, and send us a proposal. Let's have some lunch. Let's talk about it. Tell me where you want to do it. Tell me what the funding is. Let's think about it. I think coffee shops are the best way to make money. I've researched them. So, yeah. I make $7 million a day using Sammy's bag of tricks. Dude, $7 million a day is crazy. How much business do you make a day? It's so crazy. Sammy makes 1 Bitcoin a day. Can I have Soul TA, please? FIDA, somebody says. Look, Zeno, 100%. Super chats, Poll, PHNIX, PNUT, and PEAQ. And thank you for the super chats and all the fan funding out there. Let's take a look at Poll. PNUT, you guys like the P's apparently. Only P coins from now on, all right? Poll, PHNIX, PNUT, and PEAQ. That's it. And PEPU and PEPE Unchained. Poll is Matic, right? I mean, that's such a good name. Why would you change your awesome name from Poll to Matic? From Matic to Poll, right? Polygon ecosystem, like, wow, even Matic took a beat down. Like, everything that followed Bitcoin just got a sell-off immediately. The dollar also went up, and Bitcoin went down. Kind of interesting, right? So they balanced off the world markets, too, a little bit. The dollar going up, too, is not, puts Bitcoin, lowers the value. It's crazy. Someone just wrote Bitcoin dump, like, really? Really? Bitcoin's dumping? Oh my God. And, the target there is 94,000 for a Bitcoin. And it's struggling to try to double bottom or find its way. And it just, the bears, it's all liquidations, man. Too many people, the emotions get so high. People get so frothy. And they get just too into the emotions, man. And it just becomes like, they can't stop. That's why I tell you there's 3 trades. You're either in a day trade that's going to win or lose that day, and you have a stop loss. You're in a swing trade that's going to take a couple days, and you have a stop loss. And you cut the trade off if it doesn't go well, and you manage risk. Or you're in a DCA for a long-term hold, and in all of those, you put in what you're willing to lose. And if you follow those 4 rules, you'll never be stressed on any given day, right? But if you over leverage long-term positions, okay, basically you don't buy spot positions. You basically, all your positions are leverage positions. You got liquidated today. I talked about this 2 to 3 days ago, and that wick went down, and then it happened again. And I said the people that decide that they can build, because you know what it is? I didn't watch a lot of YouTubers, and I started watching them, and I'm not going to mention their names, but some of them are well known. And I saw that they were building all their positions on leverage. And I don't do that. All my positions are spot positions. I don't play that game. I really don't. You said it doesn't matter, but if you earn well money, you have a lot of knowledge. Just understand I have a lot of knowledge, and anyone with a lot of knowledge makes a lot of money. And that's all you need to know. Yeah. How much money doesn't really matter, but know that they get to live a life of abundance, and that, any restaurant doesn't matter, any car, most things most people, have a problem with is not a problem. You can pay for your 99 Lifer group membership with the 99 Crypto by emailing Crypto Lifers. Yes, you can. Leverage is killing the market. I agree. I wish leverage didn't exist in a way, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to exist in a way. It can be used as a tool for the right time, but no one, the majority of people don't do that. So look at that. Looks like it's going to drop. The falling wedge is going to dump out the falling wedge. That doesn't make sense. Like, I almost never seen that. Even if we dump, we have to almost pump out of this a little bit. Be very rare, but you never know. Look what I see there now. It's crazy, but I see the same thing, that slanted head and shoulder that we saw before. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, dump, right? And then you can almost look like this, like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. And that's got a pretty nasty measured move. 93,730. Let's take a look at PEAQ. PEAQ was hot, and it was doing damage. Every coin was hot doing damage. It all looked amazing. This is also tough for beginner traders. Like, they get into a market, things go there, well, things are looking good, and then just... Now, people in my trading, we've been through this hundreds of times, and we've seen it over and over and over again. We talked about PEAQ breaking out, and we gave you PEAQ when it was down here at 43. PEAQ ripped, all right, to the target. I'll pull these back, but PEAQ ripped to the target. My target was 77. It basically went to 76. I mean, we nailed it. Shout out to anyone that took PEAQ for gains. And now, let's be honest. I mean, PEAQ was one of the hotter coins in the game, and people were really fiending over it. They weren't trying to give it up. So PEAQ has a support of resistance flip right there, and PEAQ's got a trend line that it's seemingly forming. So let's see if PEAQ can just stay inside of this flag. PEAQ could be unfazed and continue to pump. And so you look for the hot coins, and by us trading so many coins and going over hundreds of coins and hundreds of charts and always charting and just being obsessive with what we do, we're able to see the coin. Yeah, we're going to be able to predict and find the coins that are still on that. And like, this has that parabolic trajectory. So just because Bitcoin's flopping and open doesn't mean people don't see a nice technology that was a good buy back there at 40. So this is one that's not giving it back. You can clearly see PEAQ is strong. So if PEAQ pumps today, once Bitcoin has even slightly bumps back or just does it, when you finally know what you're looking for and manage risk, you walk in here anytime and take money out at will. Do not give up. 100%. 100%. Poll PHNIX and PNUT. PHNIX is an altcoin on, and so look for this to go sideways and stay, again, it could easily just make a right shoulder and you could dump down. But look for it to go sideways, retest and pump out. Let's take a look at PNUT. And PNUT was looking okay, but it got the beat down, right? It's highly speculative. Wow, 97. So like everything taking a severe beat down. A severe beat down. It's crazy. They make it hard sometimes, man. That's why I gave up on money completely after years and years of being in this market, up and down, down and up, from 2016 and beyond. I mean, that's a cup and handle, but it's losing the key level. And look, that's a drop. It loses there. I mean, you got to say it will go all the way to 50 cents. Again, no utility coins. When Bitcoin falls off, they're kind of done. I think Becker put like 100 grand in here. I don't know what he was doing. He did it like 150 too. He admitted it. So I'm looking at him like, what are you thinking, bro? But anyway, he's like, whatever. It is like $5 to him. But at the same time, it's like, why throw it away? Polygon beat down again. I just start kind of building that we're going to come back down here to these 618s and start again. But we're going to have a new low than here. We ripped. We have new lows. We rip. We have new lows. This is just kind of the struggle. You overextend, you come back. What you want to do is overextend if you can. Yeah, Pinlink was super hot and it was ripping. That's a good coin. That's, a great opportunity. Someone says it's on Coinbase. I don't think it's on Coinbase, but that would be cool if it was. I had to find it on the decentralized exchanges. But Pinlink was super hot. Not this one on base. $200 million market cap. And wow, it did rip. We saw it here back on December 6th when it was 163 and it ripped to 280. And when someone was asking me about it, remember here? You guys were telling me about it here. I think Becker put it out too when it was like 10 cents. We looked at it at about 30 or 40 cents And remember, you guys were calling it, and I thought it was Pink Link, and I was like, nah, get it out of here, get out of here. Wow, what a run that thing went on. Like, that's 19 cents all the way up to about 288. Insane, right? And that thing's likely going to hold. A lot of people know what they have. The people that jumped in were smart money, smart researching kids that really knew what they were doing. It's got the tech. So, like, you want to see if it can just stay here, and continue to pump. If anything continues to pump, Pinlink could. And I see it going to 416. So, again, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it right shoulders here and it dumps, and then we have to, with the rest of the market. But watch it. See if it consolidates. If it ends up this far inside the pattern, it's very likely the pattern's going to break out. Pinlink. I mean, you guys were hot. You guys were hot. And PHNIX on XRP. Where do you find the XRP memes? Like, what website do you go for XRP memes? Becker gets back what Becker puts out there. That's why I'm not a big fan. Yeah. I put a huge money in Sol and I need a TA. Price looking scrum diddlyumptious. Possibly. Look, this looks like it's going to dump now. Look, it's a shoulder, a head, right shoulder. This is a descending triangle right here. These break to the downside. And there you go. Bitcoin dumping again. And I see the target at 93,800 for Bitcoin. This ain't over. This ain't over. This is not over. This is crazy. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's get to 500. I know we could do it. Come on, baby. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, please. I'm here every single day. Mom and pop, me and my wife. We started the channel together 5 years ago. I got 3 daughters. When you hit the like button, you're subscribing to a family, a small family business. When you subscribe, you're subscribing to a small family business. All right, that's the American dream right there. 82,353. That's the American dream right there. Right there in front of you every single day going forward, every single day making it happen. Every single day. Okay? That is the American dream right there. All right? Crazy. We out of the 3,000 people, you think everyone has already subbed by now? No way. No way. Let's get to 500. Let's go. 154 people. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Show the universe that you care about others, that it's not all about you. All right? And this channel helps so many people throughout the world. It's not just about me when you subscribe. You help other people. You really do. Attempting to double bottom here off of 94,594.4. Bitcoin. It's on deck screener. Yeah, I couldn't find it. I don't know why. I didn't put the PHNIX. All right, there we go. There it is. $7 million market cap. Looks like it didn't need Bitcoin's help to dump. But it looks good, man. This is a rounded bottom. Looks real good. Fit from that impulse, it bounced off the 786. And see how that kind of has an Adam and Eve vibe? The charts are telling me we got a gem here and it's going to continue to pump. So you guys do whatever makes you happy, but the charts do say you throw a couple XRP in here and it's going to continue to rip up 137%. So I like what I'm seeing, and I've seen this exact setup for many meme coins, and it's played out many, many times. All right. Yeah. End of retrograde this weekend. Anyone have any idea why last Bitcoin dump alts barely moved and this one alts getting slaughtered? I thought that was very strange. And it gave me honestly, I don't guess they gave us a false sense of security. They made us think that like in the next dip, I don't know. Or maybe it was just such a quick move. Honestly, every rally is different. Every cycle is different. The whales manipulate us every time. They do things to us you wouldn't believe. It is what it is. All right. Look at dominance. Yeah. Just a market play for huge government buy-in later. Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm going to jump on out of here. It is 12:32. We went a half an hour over the stream, but I love doing what I do, so I'm always going to be here. But man, what a beatdown, huh? Every day is not an amazing day, but you got to stay positive no matter what. Today could be the last day of my life. It could be. So am I going to sit here and be so depressed over one day of price action? Or am I going to think of all the price action I've lived through in my whole life? I got to make today awesome. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It's not all, it's greater when things are ripping. I'll be honest. I'm the same. But it is what it is. Like, we got to realize that our life, the ability to breathe, the ability to be alive, the ability to touch, taste, and feel is really our true value. Everything else is an add-on. If you make tons of money, you get a big boat, that's cool. If you live in a mansion, that's cool. It's all an add-on. But at the end of the day, we got to love ourselves. All right? We got to love ourselves. Bro, I feel like the getting picked out from Toy Story. They're funny. And stay humble, man. This helps us stay humble, man. Me included. Watching my net worth get buried. Not fun, right? Not fun. But it is what it is. You got to show up every day and push forward. All right. What was the super chat that someone gave? Someone said RIP super chat. I don't know why. I went through every super chat we could, and then we said they were closed, so I don't know. Let's take a look at all the fan funding. When you finally know what you're looking for, shout out to Master Frank. God bless you. Cheese sauces, cheddar. Trying to follow my future. How do you feel about opening I would open up a coffee shop called Cup and Handle. You would run it. I would basically, if you ran it and I would fund it and we'd split some, we'd do some, I'm email cryptolifers at Gmail. Let's see what happens, man. If you're a hustler and I could trust you, I'll do a background check. We'll find out who you are. We'll go from there. Life PNUT. We have Hulk, Solana, ATC about the flip of the 200. Peak Thoughts, Polymatic, Coinbase. Someone said RIP, Johnny, just because. God bless you. 5-year lifer, man. Thank you, Johnny. Tavares, that's so nice of you. Bullish on clip-on ties. Can we take a look? These are not clip-on ties. I don't have clip-on ties. These are real ties. My tie is not a clip-on. I actually tie my tie every time. I would never wear a clip-on tie. It's ridiculous. All right? I just have them already tied. Like I pull them over and I pull them over my head. That's all. That's what I was trying to say. I don't wear clip-ons, man. I would never wear a clip-on tie. Don't disrespect me like that. My whole family, that disrespects me and my entire generation. My grandfather's father and my father. My entire family. Don't you ever talk about a clip-on tie again, huh? Huh? You take a walk over near the East River over here, huh? TEMA was going to send, man. Brother PEPE Unchained finally launched today. Can you check out the chart? Tell me what you think. It's early project, please. Dex tools. Okay, so it just came out. All right. We looked at Tezos. We looked at Nico's, OMNI, Ivan Rook, Santa Rally loading. Either way, I ain't selling till the spring. On another note, can we check GPU? We looked at that one. It's hot. Shout out from Manchester, England. We looked at Sin. Thank you for the exit liquidity coming. Thank you, Sam. Amen. Had to hard reset life. Coming back to the fam soon. No worries, man. God bless you. Decouple from Bitcoin if January 15 court goes well. I don't know. I don't think so. Bitcoin's the daddy. ACT, TA for PHNIX. And yeah, I don't know. Could you please take a look at XRP? We did that. We looked at PNUT. We looked at ATC, right? Yeah. Coinbase announced Turbo launch. We looked at Turbo. We talked about Cup and Handle, and we read this. I don't know how I missed the super chat. I feel like I got them all. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not a computer, Yep. I bet Microsoft said no, but bought secretly just to get lower prices. Yeah. My wife wants to hear the Mark W voice. That's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Babe, it doesn't matter. I played a cop. I played a fireman. I can do it, okay? I can get it done. It doesn't matter, babe. I played dirt tickle. I did all sorts of things in my life. I played Tom. I was with Tom, me and Tom friends, Massachusetts. I told Tommy not to do it. He started getting with that curly head kid in FTX. I said, Tom, Do Gala with the Rock. Me and Gala and the Rock. I'm in Gala with the Rock. It's the best. Tom, Tom Brady went in there. He lost his girl. Everything happens. I told him not to do what that girl he hit, kid. I told him. This is Mark Wahlberg, and I approve this message. Now, God bless you all. I love you. Thank you for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing live stream. Bitcoin sitting at 94,600. Liquidity looks like we are going lower, all the way down to 90K. Look at that. And possibly down to 86,800. So, hey, this is the big dump. We finally got it. If you look here, let's delete everything again and see what we're doing, but that's a descending triangle. That wants to dump further to the downside, is it not? So, I see more dump side coming here for Bitcoin. It's tempting to double bottom here. It's its last resort to double bottom. And then if it doesn't double bottom, it's gone, baby, gone. Looks like it's likely going to dump. But you never know. God bless everybody here on the live. I'll see you guys later on inside the trading group. Stay focused, stay amazing. And remember, this is just one day. We've been through so many dips before, down to 55, 56, 60,000. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. It is what it is. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for everyone being here. You guys were amazing. It was the biggest stream we've ever had. We've had a bigger stream of 5,000 people, but this one was like, I think, an all-time high crazy. Everyone was streaming. This was the regular Tuesday. We did get the dip. I'm sure the dip created a lot of people, but still, man, we were getting 3,300, 3,500 people to stream. I am blown away. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I will never give up on you guys if you never give up on me. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow.